amongst destiny's throes. Which is the right path that I value more? My tinkerer's tools or my magical form? In the danger, don't know what comes next. Weaving my way with each step. On the path we wander through shadow and light, marching through valleys deep and wide, carving our fate and finding our home in this world unknown. Tracker of wolffolk, cursed with a plight, to embrace the darkness or chase the moonlight. Loyalty binds me to all I hold dear. Eager to help, I'll embrace every fear. In the danger, don't know what comes next. Weaving my way with each step. On the path we wander through shadow and light, marching through valleys deep and wide, carving our fate and finding our home in this world unknown. Bound to ceramic, a ghost of what was. I yearn for the path to break free from my curse. Brave in the face of all my hidden strife. Forward I journey to seek a new life. In the danger, don't know what comes next. Weaving my way with each step. On the path we wander through shadow and light, marching through valleys deep and wide, carving our fate and finding our home in this world unknown. Trained to be loyal to colonies call, yet torn by desire to be something more. Only in combat these bonds we renew. Together we journey steadfast and true. In the danger, don't know what comes next. Weaving my way with each step. On the path we wander through shadow and light, marching through valleys deep and wide, carving our fate and finding our home in this world unknown.
Also, damn it, where is it? I was looking for the big die. All right, hold on. So yeah, it is 4. So we were just talking about the Warpletinger side and the fact that we're gonna get to them at the early into the next arc. Because they had a place in our hearts for this arc, but this arc went some weird directions. We spent a lot more time in Sonnery than we were expecting. But we have commissioned the side 4, side 9, and yeah. And then another map. And another map that you don't know about. A little something. It's gonna be awesome though. Anyway, so today welcome everybody to the Silver Shadows Trail of Echoes, episode 33. The finale for this mini arc is on Sunday, and that's going to be awesome. So, like, this is one of the last couple games. Thus far, we have been building up, like, a huge monster for them to fight. Like, by, like, collecting all the corruption we can and sending it back to Tirloa. And I'll tell you all, like, because Kawari played the card, the inside information, right now, that boss fight that they're dealing with has 260 HP. That's how much that boss fight will have as far as like HP itself, because we decided we made it sturdy. Also, it's incredibly weak to fire, but also you're fighting in the middle of a forest, so play it by ear. And it can detect any and all magic. Like you can't, if you are magical in any way, you cannot hide from it. That is what we know about it thus far. And I will just introduce the players. So we have Officer Akhana, played by Akhana.
Hello.
I love the moment of like not answering and then like the coming in.
But you can hear me, right?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Great.
Oh yeah. Last time we
No
saw
more
Akhana,
problems.
it was really fucking up.
Good juju only. Hi, everybody.
And we've got Iskra, played by Iskra.
Hiya.
This is easy. We got Leo, played by Leo.
Reporting for duty.
And we got Renic, played by Imperial.
Hello, everybody.
Sorry, Officer Leo. I forget, like... I don't forget that he's an officer. I forget that I'm doing those introductions like that.
No
Alright,
worries.
everybody. Don't worry about that map. That map's not for you guys. It was for them. Alright. We are in Peanut's office. Peanut today, very vibrant, everybody. His hair is done up nice and curls. Like, he is like... as you walk into his office, like whoever walks in first, he is kind of he's swashbuckling with the air. Like he has got a tiny little rapier out, and he is just like all over his desk, like jumping back and forth, doing little like thrusts and parries. And like as you walk in, he sees you, and he just literally stabs his sword right into the his foil right into his desk. It just like thung.
Oh.
He's like, excellent, you've arrived. Of course you have. And he's like, we have a bit of a long distance mission for you today. Leo, I know that you are familiar with the side of the world named Chimerical.
Yes, I've been there once before. Mhm.
We're gonna need you to go there again. Since you are the most senior officer with any information about the area, you are top of the list.
Understood, sir.
He pulls out a map and he throws it down on the desk. And he's just like, right here. We've heard stories. The mysticians told us that there was a great amount of magic. And so we did the due diligent research. And the magic it comes and goes, almost like a heartbeat. It's just like, we can't get a lock on it. And so we have no concept of whether or not it will become corrupted, whether or not it is powerful enough to become a lure for it. It's like, but somebody said that we're supposed to do some research, so we might as well do that, right? and just like, he's just walking up and down, and it's very animated. Renic, you see on Peanut's chest, there is a note, like, safety pinned to him.
Like
Oh,
a
no.
toddler
Like a toddler.
at daycare.
Is that for us, or is that just for later so you remember?
He, like, looks down and sees it, and like, it just says, to Akhana or Renic. He's just like, huh, I don't know. It's like, he takes it out and looks at it. He's just like, I don't want to read this. And he just kind of throws it down and just keeps going back to like, it's like, Iskra, you're from here. Have you ever been to Chimerical before?
I can't say that I have.
I was really wondering what kind of monsters were going to be out there. You think they're like big scary things?
I mean, at this point, I wouldn't doubt it.
I kind of want to come with then. Like, I'm really feeling the itch.
Hmm.
I'm gonna slide over and pick up the note. Hey Peanut, who's this from?
And immediately, Akhana, the handwriting is Peanut's handwriting.
Oh God, okay. And what does it say?
It's like, Dear Akhana or Renic, whichever one of you manages to get this off of me.
Oh boy.
It's like, I am experiencing an odd moment of lucidity as of late. I have reason to believe that something is affecting my mind, or not just mine, but everybody's. I do have memories of having a great time and amazing amounts of adventure, but something is there is an underlying problem, and I can only assume it has something to do with the magic of this world. Like, according to my notes, it got more powerful during the art fair. The only thing out of place I noticed at the art fair was the painting that Soki did of the worlds, like conjoining into one. It really resonated with people. Kay had many notes about something about the magic taking over, but I at some point threw it away. I'm unsure why I did that. I'm sending you to the epics, like, under the belief that the mysticians feel there's a lot of magic there, and there are children screaming in the background. I'm sorry. There's a pool out there. I'm gonna shut this door.
It's an omen.
Right?
I hope not.
Well, I'm gonna pass it to Ren. Oh, I can read it out loud or pass it to Renning.
Peanut just sitting there listening to it, like him, like the stuff he already wrote.
Do you remember writing this? Because I think that's important to know.
It's like, yeah. I'm sure. Like, I thought it was important at the time, but like, and he's like, no, Leo, you've been there. How big are those sheep? Are they like huge? Can I ride them?
They are definitely larger than we are. We could stand on each other's shoulders and we'd still be smaller. But that is something we could potentially have us look-see after this task is done. Just to make sure things are safe for us to go there. Yes?
Yes. He sits down in this chair.
Don't worry, once this mission is complete, I will inform you as soon as possible.
I should probably stay here. And he's like, maybe a trip to the spa, actually.
I just make sure you don't get your perm wet, because it'll undo it.
He's like, oh
It
no,
looks so good.
He puts a bonnet on.
Prepared.
That's definitely the way to go. Can I reach over and just like pat him on the back and tell him how much we appreciate him?
Absolutely.
And also, I'm going to use the scroll I have to cast Inspire on Peanut. And it says, I inspire a nearby NPC by reciting a meaningful statement to them. You may invent a famous quote or proverb or borrow one from the real world. Creature must be able to hear and understand you and cannot currently be hostile. Until the end of the day, the NPC shapes their behavior around their ideal. And that would be...
Oh.
I was thinking of phrase instead of like a proverb.
Yeah, that's fine.
Rational thinking.
What is his idea?
So you want him to be thinking rationally.
Yes. Especially if we're going to be getting orders from him or any other additional information about, places some of us haven't been before.
Soki stumbles.
Oh.
Wherever Soki is, he like literally does the like trips a little bit thing. As Peanut shakes his head, and he's just like, "Thank you, Akhana." It's just like, I knew it was important to have you four here. It's like, this mission should be done with the utmost care. Like, there is something going on out there. It's just like, whether it is, he pulls the map out again and lays over top of it like a transparency paper, and like he draws like routes along the page. It's just like, we have seen countless routes all around the world of some large mechanical plant. It seems organic in nature. Iskra, are you familiar with this? Have you heard any tales?
You wanted to say orgasmic.
Yes. He wanted. If you hadn't calmed him down, he would have said orgasmic.
Okay, I had to mention it.
Organic plant?
Organic metal. The roots that are like sprouting up around the world.
I don't think that's something that I've seen before, no.
Living metal. Is that something native to Chimerical that's spreading out? Or
I'm
Is it-
unsure if it's. Go ahead.
Is it the same roots that we saw in the tunnels?
Yes, it's those.
Okay.
Does it have anything to do with the spiders that ingest metal and live off of it?
No, but those do seem like a threat to it.
I'm gonna write that down.
Right? It's like, absolutely.
Where were these spiders, Iskra? I forgot.
Oh, man.
I can actually show you guys.
Let's pull out the map.
Well, I was with Clovis and Arel, and we were going to find what Ibring wanted, and we got there first, and it happened to be the map of the locations of the most magical places.
That touches Chimerical.
Like, Iskra did find them here, but we know that those spiders are not originally from here. The spiders we saw again in Tier Loa. Like, they're
everything's back to the Loa.
right. Like, basically everything kind of leads back to Loa. If you guys want to see what the roots look like, they look like they might come from this metal tree over here named the Weir. Some of the characters do have reason to believe that the Weir is up to things. People have heard about it. Renic, you're one of the people that has definitely heard it mentioned. We've mentioned it a couple of times that the roots are from the Weir, but they've always been here. They're just like, some of them are getting corrupted now. And also, they are growing incredibly fast. And I think Peanut's even like, now that we have Serious Peanut in the room, I think Serious Peanut of all of the, is a little bit, he starts to get the bags under his eyes again. And his hair.
No.
Oh no. Can I order him a coffee?
Yeah, absolutely.
Like a diluted coffee, though. We don't need.
Soki just walks in the room with with 2 cups of coffee.
Amazing.
But but now that we have Serious Peanut, you guys would be privy to all of the information. He starts pulling out like actual folders, he's like files that you see are just buried underneath our world's version of comics or adventure books. He like read Planet Plaid and like the manuscript for the new version or the movie version, and like he's reading like detective. Yeah.
I forgot about Planet Plaid.
We had this is gonna be a tangent for a second. During the telethon, we had a reading of the movie version of it, and it went hilariously because Soki was playing Gemini.
I mean, that tracks.
Pollux and Castor played Pollux and Castor, but I'm still not sure if it was Pollux playing
Caster
Pollux
playing
and Caster playing Caster. Like,
I
I'm
would say
still not sure.
Pollux and Caster played Caster and Pollux.
Oh,
Yeah,
there
yeah.
you go.
That was the
Sounds
correct
about
way
right.
to word that.
Sounds about right.
But yeah. Now that again, serious Peanuts in the room, he starts like talking about. So all of these spots are spots of high magical energy, like all of the zeros that you see. In each spot, we have faced a significant magical item or threat, like a being or an item that had so much magic that it became bait to the corruption. And each time we've dealt with, there was one in Dry Docks, but they beat the hell out of that, no problem. It was a clam.
Oh, never mind.
And nothing breaks is a hilarious bounty. Always. And like, so Peanut's just like, so we've seen these roots run all over. Like, obviously, Renic, you saw them underneath Tier Lower, and you've seen the. Where else? Yeah, you started in Tier Lower, or
Mhm.
yeah, all underneath Tier Lower, and you've seen the corruption get into those. When the corruption gets into it, it spreads further,
Mhm.
which is how we know that the corruption can basically be anywhere. Now he like pulls, and you see, and like if Caustic is in the chat, they're gonna get so mad at me. You see Kay's like files, like that have just been like thrown. Oh, like he has pulled them out, and basically pulls like not a banana peel, because I don't know if we have bananas, but basically that level of garbage off of it, and he brushes it off. He's just like, "Don't tell them."
We won't.
I bet it's lemon peels. And is it possible, can I gather all of them, order them, and find a folder to put them in and put them on in like a drawer in his desk to keep them from him, but like organized and in a place we know?
Absolutely. It's just like, thank you, Akhana. I don't trust myself right now.
Yeah.
That adventurous feeling is really affecting a lot of people lately.
It does seem some more than others. Have any of you felt like you've been taken by this sense of adventure, or have seen anyone? Like, we should make reports of this.
I want to report you, one, but I don't think I've seen anyone like take it too far. I mean, I can get, amped up for an adventure, but I'm pretty calm and, straightforward most of the time.
It hasn't affected me personally, but I wonder if it might have just not have affected me just. Hopefully it stays that way, just at least for this mission. Rather it not interrupt.
Oddly, I was taken by a sense of adventure, but only when I was in Soki's body? That was odd.
That'll happen.
Not
like-
since then.
He makes a note, like, oh, go ahead. Sorry, go ahead.
Well, is it affecting everyone, or just those not from this world?
Oh, it is affecting everyone, like out of character. So, like, it's kind of affecting people that have been here to a certain degree even more. We have seen it in Folksong, like in Yoke. A lot of the Adventurers Guild are dead now because they keep taking on adventures that are too strong for them. Like they are not they're not regulating themselves the way that they used to.
We need to figure this out. Well, as soon as the corruption's gone, we'll definitely need to be searching this engine. Probably bring it back to a more, manageable level. Like, I get the adventurous spirit, but if it's adventurous to the point that the Adventurers Guild is not actually adventuring properly, that's a problem.
I wonder, like, temporarily, could we set up maybe like a buddy system where you have to check in with someone and we could keep tabs informally until we can figure something out?
Okay. Like, do we pair one very adventurous person up with somebody that is statistically less adventurous to calm them down? Is that the kind of buddy system?
That seems sensible.
He just pulls out a list of the
Or-
whole crew. Go ahead.
I mean, or you pair up two non-adventurous, and if like one or the
Oh.
other experiences this, sense of adventure, then it would be more noticeable.
How do we protect the very adventurous on the verge of like putting themselves at risk?
Also a good question.
How do we detect this? Soki comes in and hands Peanut the coffee that he said he's like, thank you, Soki.
I mean,
Yeah, I
what
was
if we just
thinking that-
treat the adventurous ones like werewolves? We just chain them up to a wall in the basement. Can't go anywhere.
A whole room of them sounds like a bad idea.
Not to mention, with this crew, you'd think that's going to work. I have doubts, personally.
I'm not sure we can actually afford to do that either. Not with the number of balls we are juggling at the moment.
Yeah, it'll be something we'll need to check on and research as soon as the current problem is done. We do have
wonder
the
if-
corruption to deal with first.
hmm I wonder if we can leverage maybe like the Lockstitch Academy, like trainers or staff or faculty members who don't typically go out. Maybe they're a little like less affected and calm, and maybe they can be on the lookout for someone who looks like they're being too adventurous, and then like task them with like a menial thing in the academy, like sweeping floors or rearranging furniture.
That
Like
would be
put them in a safe place.
if you've been confirmed to, like, during your last mission done something too adventurous, your next mission is literally you just sweep.
Cafeteria duty. I don't know.
No, you do not want Gemini cooking adventurously. Trust me on this.
That
No,
sounds
Peanut-
like you speak from experience.
I
Peanut's
have a
just,
fire
like,
extinguisher card.
finger pointing at Renic, just like, yes.
Yes. Listen, I don't want to have to say the thing, but there was a time we did not have a lot to eat.
He'll have like I don't know, changing beds or something. Beds and heads, something.
So I think, like, the report he would actually have is, we saw, a moment where Pim and Lore
Mhm.
went above and beyond with an adventurous concept. Like, he's, like, pulls out a report, it's like they were fighting a giant, well, for lack of a better word, it was a wicker man. And they just drove a car through it.
What?
It says right here, and like logically, it doesn't make any sense. It should not have worked. Like, everything on paper is telling me that Lore died right here. But somehow, like, we have a reading of magic that matches the shield that we had over the city, over the Silver Thimble, that was very direct and just around both Pim and Lore to prevent any damage. Yeah, Soki can be in this room. That's fine.
Yay.
Huh?
A shield is a good idea.
Uh,
Personal shield is a good idea too.
Oh, a shield protected them from a far distance? Doesn't seem like a gun.
The distance was so that they were all the way in Sonnery.
Ooh.
Oh. Seems we are being informed by a squirrel. What exactly did you feel, Soki? If you don't mind elaborating on this?
have Soki in a barrel.
Nice. His formal attire.
Here.
Yay.
You are still carrying that barrel around, aren't you? When?
Occasionally.
Uh, I'm getting distracted. Yes, you were mentioning that you felt something with the shield. Could you elaborate on that for us, please?
I don't quite understand it myself. I was over here in Folksong when I felt something.
Uh-huh.
I could really only describe it as the adventure.
Like you're feeling more adventurous than usual?
Well, I don't know if I would say that. I'm always feeling adventurous.
Is it more like an inability to control your impulses?
No.
Did you care less about the outcome or maybe even your personal safety and just went with it?
I've kind of always done that. Like, it's always worked out.
How would you describe it if it was so different from your norm that it was noticeable?
It's like I was there. That's the new thing. Like, I was not
Like-
on soldering. I wasn't anywhere close. But I felt them do something just adventurous. And I could feel it in my core. Like it was calling to me.
So
You
you
think
could
it's like a spiritual thing or a magic thing?
Magic thing?
Were you in
Well-
contact with them like right before you left? Or right before they left? Sorry.
Nope. I was doing our own mission. But I think I shielded them from that distance.
How? If you're not sure that you even did it, then I cannot imagine you know how you did it.
That is correct. That is what I've been trying to figure out. And Alan, I don't know that, right? I don't know how.
I don't think you know how. I do think that you might have clues, and you could even say whatever like ideas that you have, even if we haven't talked about it. I'll lean whatever direction you want.
Are you
I think-
particularly connected to either Pim or Lore?
I mean, well, they're my bosses.
Hmm.
But I don't think this was a person-specific thing. I've been feeling it a lot. And ever since the art fair, I think I've been feeling it a lot stronger.
So it's 2 mentions of the art since the art fair.
Is it? It's definitely a. Do you think that art might have caused some connection for you with the? Well, this adventurous energy, I suppose, because if you were able to protect the 2 of them somehow, and you're not connected to either 2 of them in such a way, it would only stand to reason that you're connected to the actual magic itself in some way. But how exactly are you?
I have an idea.
1 second, I'm gonna Peanut's gonna reach in the drawer, and he has a copy of the art piece that Soki did, by the way.
I think the spirit of adventure is in this painting and somehow affected Soki.
Leo looks to that painting. Is that moon there from last time, or is it not because it's not the original?
The moon's not in this one, no. And the original, by the way, is on tour.
Of course.
As
That's
Uh,
concerning.
the showing it to the whole Echo. Like,
Of course
it is,
they are.
Soki, roll me a 20-sider. What side of the world is that art on right now?
We're gonna need to find out.
I can't
at some
roll
point.
yet.
Oh shit!
Somebody else roll me a 20-sider.
Nika's got it.
It's a cap and roll.
oh no,
Oh man,
Where's that at?
we don't know.
we'll see soon.
Oh no, that one's really good. Like real quick, we just get a quick side shot and like a little like off-screen clip of some delving carts going through the desert. They're really close to this oasis that has just glowing, beautiful water. Just like it is, the water itself is basically opaque. It looks very similar to whenever you see Aman using his magic.
Yeah.
Or the character Nyx, if you ever see her using her magic. Their magic, sorry.
Oh yeah, that like blue, that like really glowy blue.
Mm.
The really glowy blue. Also
Yeah.
the Shaper, if any of you have ever seen him, his magic looks that way too. But yeah. But then it just goes back to the office and it's like Peanut's just like, yeah, it says it's in, we haven't been there yet. We haven't made any contacts. But we're working on it. Nyx and Oman are from there.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, narration would be like, it is not in fact like it depends. From when Soki made this art piece, we know that anybody who sees it instinctually understands that what happened with this world. Like the painting tells them and like makes it a fact that the silver thimble is both brand new and has been here the entire time. Yeah, and it's not bad. It's just this is very strange. So like Iskra, you were here when all of this happened, so you're kind of inoculated to it. Like you know that these guys all came from a different world, or many, many different worlds. But also, you know that the whole time is they are from this world as well. It's a very strange feeling, especially for characters like Iskra and Clovis or Aurel. Lynn. Forge, Volpa.
Hmm.
So, do we leave Soki here and see if it happens again? Or do we take Soki with us to keep an eye on it?
I mean, it's not like, well, given this crew, maybe we can predict, but I was going to say, it's not like we can really predict when they are in enough adventureness for the magic to happen again. Perhaps the mysticians should, or perhaps the crew should cobble together some device to keep track of when it does happen and gather any data that is possible.
Like an adventure recorder.
Oh my
Almost. Well, one for whoever goes out, and one for Soki himself, just so that we know when it happens.
Wait, an adventure vuvuzela. So everyone knows.
What if it's like, I don't know if anybody's wearing a heart monitor, but every time you feel something weird, you press a button and it records it, and it'll like record for, like a few minutes after that as well.
And if we could send those signals to communication to keep track of it.
Right. So what? Yeah. So what if we just, I don't know, measured brainwaves or something at the push of a button when they feel weird?
I mean, we can measure magic. That is a thing we can do.
Or magic.
we could alter I can alter some of the detectors that we have that usually for like other things like red cap and magic for try to pinpoint those particular things. I've been noticing like when it comes to magic, especially like very distinct ones, they have certain, I guess signatures would be a way to put it. So I could probably alter one of the devices to search for that in particular.
That's great.
Now, Soki, you would have to carry it around.
I mean, I carry around a lot of stuff.
Not
That
right
Farrell's
now,
got a
you're
ton
not.
of room. Farrell's got a ton of room.
Renic, I saw him carry a rock for a month. He'll be fine.
Almost a month. I didn't make it the whole month, Leo. That's the problem.
Okay. Correction. Most of a month. My apology. But point is, he's carried the rock for a good while. It'll be fine. I assure you.
You have to
Could make it
remember
into a
to
necklace.
You'd have to remember to press the button. Oh, a necklace is a good idea.
Yeah, okay. Leo, Iskra, and well, actually all 4 of you, 5 of you, I guess. Yeah. What does it look like? What does this thing look like? Is it like a heart monitor situation?
It's definitely an I've fallen and can't get up button.
The life
Yes.
alert.
I was
Yes.
gonna say, is it a life alert? But I thought like maybe I was just like too old for that joke to actually land for anybody.
Adventure alert.
I've fallen and I can't get up.
I have
sensed
adventured
adventure.
and cannot stop.
I've adventured and I need help.
So yes, Soki, if it's quite all right, we would want you to carry this around. That way we can study this adventurous magic more. It seems to be around you more than most of the crew. So...
Especially if... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Oh, no. Sorry, I'm just... No, I
Especially if you manage to magically shield other people from at least a side of the echo away. I would love to know what the magic looked like when you did that.
Oh yeah.
Silver.
Well, meaning I want the data.
Mm-hmm.
I understand what it looked like. I want the... Here's your device. If that happens again, push it, and it will send us the data.
Okay. Alan, when those like adventurers impulses go off, do I see them on like my mini map display?
You,
Do you have a mini map? I want
I
one.
don't know what to call it.
A heads up.
It's something.
Aw.
Soki
ahead.
sometimes goes like, and I explain it like the show The 3-Body Problem. And if you guys haven't seen it, you don't have to understand it, but there's a scene where they go into this video game, this VR thing, and their vision goes from 2 eyes to 1 really fast. And then I think Soki does see like the echo from like almost an aerial view where he can see basically pings of magic going off.
Can I just show them that and be like, I just see. I
His
feel
tail
more.
starts glowing.
Yeah, I feel more connected to the world, and I can do this now.
I'm sorry, what?
And
And
then
then,
I just say Renic starts spluttering at you.
yeah, and I'm just like, look at all these, like, look at this, look at that. You see that? See that right there? Like, it's
Soki,
like
this
digging.
is the kind of thing it is important for you to tell us when you discover it.
Share this information.
I discovered this on my last mission, and Peanut was here last time. I didn't think I needed to report it.
Peanut.
You just broke me and Nika. We both just died laughing, by the way. I wish I was holding down control. And you guys all heard just like the fucking biggest honk. I just fucking died. It's like,
The honks are the best.
It's like we had so many mysticians there. Katori was there. Kay was there. Like, who am I supposed to report that to? We
Well,
all
then
like,
maybe
it's
the
us,
report
right?
just had
Wait.
this.
Hey, was there and did it?
The report hasn't reached my desk again. Because this is the first I am hearing about it.
Oh, I'm sure
Peanut
it's in my
slowly
report. I definitely
closes
didn't look
one
at
of
them.
his drawers. That's just like, it's just a pile of reports that are supposed to go to Renic. Peanut just like slowly closes it. I've been feeling a little off lately. Something about this spa I feel like is making me more juiced up.
Oh,
Been to the spa, it's great. It's amazing. It feels great.
Do we think there's any corruption around there? Because didn't Lore spend a lot of time there?
Lore spent quite a bit of time there. It is completely clear of corruption according to our sensors. It's just like, but now that I think about it, the spa, and now that my head is a little bit clear, Lore is getting bigger. And Sal, you all familiar with the Salamander King, yes?
Mm-hmm.
He's going by Sal once again, and he has learned how to talk quite well. But it's just like the spa does seem to be. He starts making a report right now. I think the first report we've seen about the actual spa, because I do not think Ceylon, Lore, Malone, or Kui are specific. Kui. Wait, one of those. Are particularly we write reports kind of people. And it's like, yeah, Peanut, Lore, Ceylon, Malone, Kui, and Sal, and a lot of the frogs and other amphibians that are still in that half of Dyad have been soaking in a spa of pure magic. Like, pure magic. And, like, that has been happening a lot.
Yeah, let's report that for sure. Now we have to make sure everyone gets the sensors, or maybe just the people that realize they're feeling more adventurous. How do we decide that?
Do we put up like a sheet? Like, it's like, if you are
Sign up sheet.
Yeah, sign up sheet. Like, are you feeling more adventurous?
Pick one of these and try it out.
I do love my cucumber slice. So in this moment of lucidity that Peanut has, and he's just like, excellent. Soki, do you mind joining them on their mission today? He catches himself from saying adventure.
Yeah? I mean, I haven't got anything going on, right?
You tell me. It's just like a stack of like unfinished project on Soki's desk.
There's just always something new and more exciting to go to, right?
Well, I think we could try to replicate what happened last time. If you kind of hang out in this thimble, if you don't mind, and then we'll see what happens where we are, and document if we're adventurous. I don't know.
You can take him with you for sure. Like, we can have Not Forgiven join you guys on this game.
Somebody somewhere is still waiting for Soki to come back from his coffee run.
Soki went out for coffee for Lore and for Pim, but what he did was ended up getting coffee for himself and Peanut, and then just never came back.
I feel like that tracks.
Yep. They'll be fine, probably.
So Peanut just looks at you five, and is just like, is the goal to trigger it, or to just see what triggers it? Are you actively attempting to trigger his adventure?
I think that is a not great idea. I think we should just keep an eye and try and figure out what does it if it happens.
I think it'll happen if you keep me around. Just there's always something going on around me,
Just going forward in this game, if we keep Soki in this, 13 is the number you guys are looking for. if any of you roll a 13, more so if Soki rolls the 13, but you guys will see the adventure happen, and we can do a lot to measure that. Or if Soki tells me he uses any of his like adventurer powers.
How much AP am I sitting at? Am I still at 1?
No. We can all be full up, I think.
Yay.
Peanut just shakes his head.
I'm okay either way. Sorry, I think I cut you off. I've been lagging a little bit this last.
No. It's good. I was just gonna say something about Leo being away, but like he just came back, so it's all good.
I know.
I just leave it all up to you whether you bring Soki along or not.
Oh, well, as Leo looks at us group, are we feeling confident we can do this with a 5th?
I would say it cannot hurt, but I know some of the people in this crew. But I think we are fine.
I'm putting my faith in the 3 of you, and yes, if possible, Soki, if you are not too busy, we would welcome your assistance in our mission.
Definitely.
All right. Let's go track down some adventure.
But calmly.
Peanut,
Let us go do our mission.
Peanut raises a fist.
Mhm.
Just adventure.
No, you sit down and drink your coffee.
I'm
Sit
sorry.
down.
He takes.
You have papers to organize.
You're right.
Mhm.
You're
Reports
right. You're
to read.
right. He looks. This is like, as like Renic like leaves the room. He opens that drawer again, and he just like hops down and heads into his like little secret compartment where he leaves the room. And he's just like, the next time Renic gets to his desk, it's just going to be this huge stack of all of these reports from everyone's games that Peanut was supposed to give to Renic the whole time. Also, right now, if everybody in the Silver Thimble, or like in Lockstitch, has been used to Peanut like complimenting them, and like being really like jovial, like fist bumps, secret handshakes, and everything with everybody. But
Oh, no.
today, he's just like he's back to this no nonsense work mode. So people are like putting their hands up like up high, Peanut, and Peanut just like side eyes them and walks around.
Oh no, I ruined fun, Peanut. He'll get back tomorrow.
At least he is not smoking again.
Or addicted to lemons. Or gambling.
He
Should
was addicted
Peanut
to
also
game.
be wearing a magic alert necklace?
Yes. 100%.
Little collar.
With a bell?
It rings when it's like too much adventure is happening.
Oh my god. That's adorable.
Alright, so we can easily take the sub. Like, it is completely connected water-wise. Like, we can just go all the way around, or we can go up here. Like, there is a water connecting that way, and that comes out over here, if we want to do that. Now, let me tell you, that is the safest way. There's no adventure rolls to make if you guys just want to go take the sub north and then just east. You'll eventually get there. But you will land on this side of it, so like your only access would be over here. You wouldn't be in the big blue. Now, let me tell you the way that I think Soki is going to probably pitch this to you. We could just drive off the waterfall. We could just go this way. Also, we've been working on the trebuchets at Fish Tinger to be able to launch, because we launched motorcycles very recently, which did make Phil and Crisis, our two R&D people, start to think, what if we launch... Actually, Peanut and Phil and Crisis thought, what if we launched the whole sub?
Yes. Let's do it.
I just need the cannons not to break.
Sub has wings, right? We can glide down.
That's fair.
The sub has wings and legs. I do kind of forget about that sometimes.
Either way.
I'm so
Whichever
nervous
way
to
is-
launch this sub.
Whichever way is faster.
Faster, you say.
Gods help me if you people break the sub again.
Can't break it again.
Leo,
Listen, up
You'll be
to the
fine.
point of seasonal and down the side of bone meal, it seems like a much less distance than going through Neverglades, Alkali,
Mhm.
and Celestial Sea.
Mm-hmm.
It's faster, yes. Yes, it is.
It's also safer. We just will have a bit of a trek overland to the epics.
But you
Yeah.
will land right next to the Lowland Inn, if that's where you guys wanted to start, for sure, too.
Yes.
So, absolutely. I think, because we're looking for it, if, say that the adventure level right now, Soki, on a scale from 1 to 10, how adventurous do you feel right now? Reminding that earlier you got a little bit of a jolt of negative energy situation. Like something took it down a bit when Akhana soothed Peanut out of his adventure.
I'd say 7 or 8.
7 or 8. All right. Like so that's 7 when Akhana, you drive the sub, correct? I'm not
Yes.
crazy. All right.
Former navigator.
That's I was like in my head, I had always had that, but I was like, are you a navigator as a lie? Was that?
No. No, that's the truth.
So like when we go, when Akhana takes us the safe way, Soki, the whole ride feels so dull to you. It's just like, yeah, we're going places that we really haven't been in the boat and in the sub, but it's all underwater. You look out the portholes, and yeah, sometimes you see a cool fish.
I mean, Soki normally on the sub, whenever he's traveling underwater in the sub, is just pacing back and forth like the entirety of the ship. Just like, I don't want to be here. I want to get out.
I got an idea. When we get to the canal-ish part in the north of seasonal, which shouldn't take too long, you could borrow one of my bikes and you could shoot you out of the cannon, and you can hot rod along with us and do some off-roading into
Hell
Bone
yeah.
Meal. Trying to channel that adventure in a least harmful way.
I mean, he could water ski.
Oh, water ski, that's smart. Oh, now you have your options.
I've seen plenty of squirrels water skiing, or at least that one a whole bunch of times.
I mean,
Oh, yeah.
your bike can go on any surface, right?
Yeah, I have to tell you though, it doesn't stop. It keeps going. So you kind of have to be aware of that.
How do you keep a hold of it if it just keeps going?
I've engineered the kickstand to take a gear out of place. When the kickstand's down, it does stop.
Right.
I'll just
So
Out of character, I just made that up, but I think it works.
yeah, that's fine. Renic,
Hmm.
are you recording the numbers of like that are the readings off from Soki right now?
If he makes a big deal out of being like real bored and like it's a dull ride, I probably do. But if he's just doing what I expect him to, then I probably don't.
All right, absolutely. I am fully with that. let's get us. Oh.
I wish I had a stunts card.
To get Soki's like adventure. Soki, did you go out and like?
Oh yeah, if the option was presented, and if that was I'll play a stunts card and I'll do some stunts.
Nice. Are you biking or water skiing?
Yes.
Yeah, both.
Water skiing your bike.
You have 2.
I have 3. That's why I
Okay.
lent him one.
I'm
So
like
you have at
driving
least
up.
2.
I'm driving up waves to like ramp off of them and then come back down.
Fabulous.
Oh, so you're jet skiing on the motorcycle.
Yes.
Someone hold up the scorecards out of the back and tell him he's got a 10 for that stuff.
Yeah. Do that.
Hey,
Cheer him on.
let me tell you how much like Soki's necklace bell is ringing at you guys
no.
right now.
Then we definitely are recording the data off of it.
You're gonna
There's
roll a 12-sided,
Adventure
right?
in the air. It's just like, I think we'll probably like, yeah, we're back to an 8. Like we're at a solid 8. You all feel it. You all get 2d20 if you make a decision that you know is impulsive and reckless.
Mm.
Like, for the rest of the game. If you know it is like that, you will get it. But as you guys land the sub or however it is, dock the sub,
Park it.
just
We
park
crawl
it.
the sub.
Yeah.
You call the sub. This is the Lowland Inn. It is huge. It is the size of a small town in one building. These sheep are huge and also incredibly round and bouncy.
I love them.
This is Lowland sheep, where we get Lowland wool. And so, as you approach, you do see 3 shepherds. That's these guys. And they're all dogs, because that's funny. And,
Agreed.
they are in just defensive posture. They've got their spears out. Some of them are, clearly wounded. They're watching the skies when they see you coming. They wave at you guys when you're probably 50 feet out. And they just shout. It's like, who goes? If you're peaceful, make your way to the inn. We don't know if they're coming back.
We are peaceful, but if who is coming back?
The mosquitoes.
I don't like that.
Yes,
Nope.
we're peaceful. We'll be with you in just a moment. Well, we should get ourselves inside for a moment, at least until this goes away, and then we could continue our way on to the epic proper.
Agreed.
Can we give you some aid inside, or are you on guard?
It's if you get you have to get closer to them to get to the door. So the closer you get, you see they're all pretty banged up. Some of the sheep have red stained wool. It looks like they have been through it, and they're like, "Let me be clear, I'm not." It's like, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I don't think we're going to survive the next round. And all 3 of them turn and look at Renic, and they're just like, what are one of you doing down from the mountains?
What?
We have an agreement. The epics stay on the epics. It's like, we guard the lowlands. Did you leave your post? Is that why the mosquitoes are down here?
I do not know what you are talking about.
This one's more eloquent than the others.
What? Renic looks around. What do you mean the epic stay on? What do you think I am?
It's just like, sorry. Not trying to be racist here. You 4 arms, 4 eyes, covered in weapons.
Allow me to introduce ourselves. I'm Senior Officer Akhana Nari from the Silver Thimble.
Ah, we've heard of you all. This is like from a distance. It's just like, and one of them looks at Leo. It's just like, you were here before. You were here with the Storms crew.
Yes, it was a bit of an odd situation, but that's been settled up proper. This time I'm here on my own accord. Thank you.
And it's just like, excellent. I'm Spike. That's Rover. And over there's Spot. And they all wave at you.
Hi. I happen to have a med kit with me. If you want to go inside, take cover, we can treat your wounds a little bit.
It's just, our sheep would be lost. Like, we have to stand guard.
Okay.
I mean,
And-
I can.
Nope.
May I offer my healing services to you?
You all can hear us out here? You can heal us out here?
Yeah.
We heard that you all were magical, but I mean, absolutely. It's like I could do with a little magical healing. I'd like to see it.
Okay. Iskra, do you need help lightening the load? I could assist with some of it.
Yeah, if you want to heal up the sheep, I'll heal up Spike, Rover, and Spot.
I'll get to that right away.
I played a Speak Flower card, and I can do a heads or tails. Heads 5 HP, tails 2 AP. I don't think they have AP, but
They would probably do. They probably do as like just guards, the same way that like because these guys are like they aren't minions, so they are like no, they're minions, not commoners. So they do have HP and AP.
Okay, so they're tougher than the average. Okay.
Yeah.
should I roll a d4? Lows are tails and highs are heads.
Sure.
Yay.
Yeah.
Yay, 5 HP to the most hurt.
And then Iskra's taking care of like the other two as Leo heals up. The one that's the most hurt, standing by Akhana, is just like, I'm very sorry. This is Spike, by the way. Like, I'm very sorry. I didn't mean to assume. I didn't know that there were others like the epics out there.
What can you tell us about them?
Just powerful fighters, like 4 arms, 4 eyes, use swords, spears, everything they can. Savage in their way, but beautiful. It's just like,
That sounds like my people.
I don't.
Renic sound familiar?
It's like, but and you guys hear them. I think Soki, is probably the one, because he's not in the conversation, is the first one that hears what definitely sounds like helicopters coming. As you look over and just see mosquitoes.
Target practice.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, not a problem. We should shuttle the sheep towards the back end of the inn, and those that want to engage up front.
Sophie's got like war paint on under his eyes all of a sudden. He's like, "We've got company."
Leo and Iskra, you guys don't have to make rolls for your healing, right?
No.
Excellent. So, yeah, where, like, this is does 14 have, like, the Midge Cloud enemies? Is that the game that I'm thinking of?
Yes.
Yeah, so like that is basically what we're seeing, but imagine that each one of those is the size of like a Great Dane.
Oh,
Oof.
big bugs. A lot of big bugs.
Mm.
Well, I think Leo has a way to push some of them back, at least for now. If nobody's opposed, Leo will try to push, like, at least knock them down to the ground.
That's a good idea.
Okay.
It'll make it easier for me to contribute.
Okay, then Leo will move in and
For all of you guys' abilities sakes, each one of these counts as a commoner, but there are 45 of them.
yeah. Which is why.
So what's that? 8 apiece? 9 apiece.
Right. Yeah, 45. Okay. All right then. To at least knock them to the ground, Leo is going to use Thunderous Word to try to, keep them from being in the air.
What is that?
Nice.
Basically,
Is that
Leo,
invoker ability?
it is an invoker ability.
Okay.
And basically, Leo lets out a shout that sends a shockwave in the direction he's facing, which is why he's facing the mosquito specifically. And it's an AoE that will like knock back and do some damage.
Sure. I am checking my notes to see if I have seen it before, and I don't believe I have.
And if it works like I think it will, it'll knock them out from the sky, and folks can get into melee range with it. That's Leo. That's what Leo's gonna do.
So, absolutely, fully support this. Are you getting above them then to like shout them down?
He would need to get to a higher vantage point. Yes.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Do you want to do 1d20 or do you want to take it like the adventurous angle and do 2d20? But if you do take 2d20, you gotta tell me how it's full of stunts and shit.
It
I
doesn't
have
feel
an
like it.
idea, Leo.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
What do you got?
I could use Pim's necklace and cast Wind's Cloak, which envelops you in a gust of wind. That I could send you into the sky.
That would work.
I do love that.
So heckin' windy.
I cannot guarantee that you would land safely, because it is just going to gust you into the air.
Fair enough. So up Leo goes with the wind. Whee!
Yeah. Iskra, give me a d20, and Leo, give me a d20.
Come on. Ooh. Ooh.
Leo.
And also.
Oh no.
Let's see. What can I do? Issue.
You said that is
Okay, move
wind?
It's
Wind's
wind.
cloak?
It is Wind's
Yeah.
cloak.
I have an ability that does things if I take notes, so I'm trying to take notes.
Nice.
Let's see.
I can bump it up a few, well, one at a time.
Oh.
Oh no.
Uh-oh.
Leo gets swarmed right now. What is
Oh,
happening is just like Leo gets blasted into the air, gets ready to shout. All of a sudden, they're all just around. Have you guys seen that one DC cartoon where a bunch of like apocalypses, like doomsday soldiers, like punching the shit out of
Yeah.
like the Green Lantern?
I know where it's
That
going.
is like that's
Oh,
kind of
yeah.
what's happening.
How close are they?
If we're keeping the two failures, you are definitely up there, and when you go to shout, one of them punches you like in the throat.
Okay. So if they're really that close, I have a retaliatory measure for that.
Yeah, go for it.
To the one that's attacking me straight forward, in response, Leo's armor. Might be a bit weird for the folks that are watching down there in the party because they've never seen it. Out of Leo's chest just comes out a giant stinger to
Oh my
strike at the
God.
one that attacked him.
I made this and I forgot it was there.
Yeah, Ironborn made this for him.
Do you still take the hit?
I
Yeah.
still take the hit, but the one who hits me takes 6 damage for it.
That is plenty to kill it. You just have a mosquito, impaled through its head. Does it retract?
Yes, the stinger can. The stinger retracts. It's meant to respond to like melee attacks specifically.
Oh, absolutely. It hits the roof of it and then splatters on the ground next to Soki.
Soki's charging up a fireball right now. If anybody's watching him.
I'm
Leo,
definitely
you,
watching you.
you took 2 damage from that.
Okay.
But you are still in the air, surrounded by each one of these is 5.
So there's still 25 bugs around me. Oh boy, there's a lot of bugs.
For the ones not swarming Leo, I would like to load my death cannon or death hand and charge it.
Yeah, just gonna shoot into this group.
Uh-huh.
All right. Yeah, give me that D20. I hope it's better than the last 2.
You know me, Al.
Oof, I do know you.
Oh.
Why?
Come on, there it is.
Oh.
Surprise.
Has doing it by the books too much.
Yeah. Where's your sense of
Really?
adventure? Come on.
Okay. Catastrophe, though. Oh, yeah, I kind of could have done it. You could have done your card stuff. I forgot about that.
Oh yeah, I forgot to gamble. Well, too late for that now.
Okay, so... Yeah, you know exactly what it is?
I hate to ask.
There was another group coming from the other side as well. And you see them, like, grabbing one of the giant
not
sheep.
the big,
They're trying to take it away.
not the roundy boy.
These guys are fighting. This guy's being swarmed by 5 of them. Your gun doesn't jam. They are way faster than you expected. They saw the threat of They saw the threat that is your death cannon, and I say I would definitely, even with a 1, you hit a couple of them, but like they have scattered. Like instead of like one big group now, we have tons of them all over the place. Like they're swarming around Renic, they're swarming around Spike. This is
All right,
Spot.
need new plan.
Leo's still in the air, surrounded by 25 of them.
Oh no.
Okay. If I cast freeze, is it gonna hit Leo and the sheep?
Only if you roll really low.
Okay, well, the plan would be to freeze the mosquitoes so that they all fall out of the sky. Just kind of grounding myself and using my bracers, just firing snowballs at the mosquitoes in hopes that they all freeze and fall.
I'd give you the 20-sider for that. And then we'll just roll to see how many you hit if you get a success.
Okay.
19's good. And
Ooh.
with
Nice.
pride up, it's 21 actually. So
It is.
Jesus.
Right.
Oh, I was like, we just played that.
Yay!
Cool.
Yes, I did. I saw it. I was like, let me play this now.
I was like, that's not dangerous for this party.
Is that the naturalist ability?
Breathe, I think, is naturalist.
just like the regular ability.
All right.
So
It's
what do I
great.
need to roll
Uh,
to figure out
um,
how many?
Roll me a D100.
Nice.
53.
So you froze 53 of them. So 10 of these groups.
Amazing.
And I'll let you pick 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, actually, that makes the most sense that it is. Here we go.
Yeah, it's gonna be the ones around Leo for sure. And the ones closest to the sheepies.
Tuck and roll, rabbit.
This sheep just starts bouncing, like boing, boing.
Oh. He's even cuter.
Just land on the sheep. Oh,
So the ones remaining is the one group in front of Renic and the group next to Akhana and then the group next to Soki. So there's only like 15 of these things left.
Nice.
It's just like, and like they are coming down. This inn is the size of a town, so even Great Dane-sized hail isn't the worst. But some of them do damage the roof a bit. You understand?
yeah, that better for just damage that can be repaired than losing them sheep.
This is fair. The sheep are like very important.
Are
Wait,
these ones
there were
near us?
3 sheep. Where'd the other one go?
Oh no.
I can't find them.
Where'd you put the third sheep?
Is he behind the second sheep?
There you
Are the ones by me and
Go ahead.
Soki close to the ground or still
Yeah.
hovering?
They're down about like face level with you.
Okay.
They all have like really nasty looking proboscises.
Gross.
Ooh.
I want to do something else. I pop a vial of black poison.
Let me go first. Let me
Go
do
ahead.
something
I have to
first.
prepare my daggers. Go.
I'm going to walk over into the middle of them. I'm going to draw Desolate Gale, and I am going to do a Gale Force Onslaught. So I command the rapier to summon a forceful gust of void wind, draw in nearby enemies, and unleash a strike, dealing a fixed 3 damage to each affected target.
Ooh.
That's badass.
Do you have to make a roll for that ability? I can't remember.
It doesn't say.
I think it does. I think it's going to be an attack then.
Sure. D20.
Hey.
I really
nice.
that one for like I stayed on that one for a second, but yeah.
It did.
And pride's
Another
up.
21.
Another
Yay.
20.
And Pride's up. So as fucking Soki charges his fireball and Akhana starts like poisoning her weapon, Renic, how did you kill them all?
So
Oh,
he
no.
literally walks up with, I don't remember which one Desolate Gale is, what it actually looks like. It doesn't say, so I'm guessing it's the rapier. And just like swings it in a circle, and this like torrent of, I don't know what void wind is, but that's what it says, just pulls all the mosquitoes together. And
Void Wind for me, I really should have explained better on that. Because that was from a character that she used to travel the rifts all the time. So like she basically used like the magic that is in between rifts, and that is what she called the void. In this world, it's basically not null, but kind of.
okay, great. So a big gust of that draws all the mosquitoes together and snuffs them out.
And then
Amazing.
Spike and Rover just like look at each other and then look over at you and just like, yeah, all right. It's like, you sure you're not from the Epics?
Not as far as I am aware. Although I should like to meet them to find out.
It's just like, I mean, absolutely. Like, I'm sure they'd love to meet you.
We shall see.
You guys are surrounded by these mosquito corpses. If any of you wanted to like do any like natural studying stuff.
Yeah, a little study and potential harvesting wouldn't be a bad idea if there's any like working parts still.
A poke it.
Right, so things that you guys would notice is like, yeah, I mean, you could collect these, but these are just like, their proboscis is similar to like a diamond tipped drill. Like you can tell just by like looking at it that it actually does rotate and it spins like freely. They are fully natural creatures, but
they have like, but the drill is like the nose that acts kind of like a drill is it metal?
it is not. It is chitin. It is probably as hard as metal, harder
Gotcha.
even. But it is still a hollow tube.
Taking this to study wouldn't be a bad idea, actually. At least this one, because it's actually in one piece, not like the chunks over there and over here. And what else can we glean on these things, or is that the main feature? Those noses, those proboscis.
Soki, Renic, and Iskra, there's two different kinds of blood in some of them. There is their own, and some of them have their blood sacs full, and their blood sacs are so incredibly magical. Like those couple ones.
Interesting.
Magic.
Gross, but also, I would like to know what that is. It's Iskra and Soki that can see magic, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Iskra, Soki, and you. And
Yeah.
Akhana sees magic, but she has to put on her recon visors to do it. Be advisor to do it.
Is that, I mean, is that as magical to you as it seems they are to me?
Yeah, it's like glowing.
I don't. I guess we should. I don't want to just like cut it open.
I'll just cut it open.
I mean, we got a bunch of them, right?
Well, I don't want it to spill everywhere. I'd like to figure out what it is.
Maybe we should ask the guards if there's like a lab in the inn or some space that we can use.
We got a kitchen?
Great.
Renic,
Hmm.
do not forget the facilities within the sub itself.
Oh, this is true. I mean, it still needs to be collected, but yes, we could analyze in the lab, in the sub.
We can utilize that to store the samples proper.
I
That way we don't mess up their kitchen, because I would feel bad spilling magical mosquito blood in someone's kitchen.
Yeah, I don't want to just dissect it there.
Exactly.
This is a good idea, good plan.
Are we going back to the sub real quick?
If anything, just to store these things in there, and then
Yeah, I think so.
This would give us something to study on the way back.
Well, given that we are here to figure out what is going on, I assume we shall have plenty to study, but...
Right, and we do need to get to the bricks themselves, don't we? That's where we were to get to in the first place. So, let's put these away, get these stored up, and then we'll continue our mission from there.
That works for me.
These three guards are just staring at you all just like, what the fuck? And like, they've lost many friends. They've not many. Like the inside there, you guys will see like wounded other guards. Like, I'm not gonna say that they died from mosquito attacks, but they've had multiple run-ins with these mosquitoes, and they've been doing everything they can to protect their flock. But you guys just show up and just eliminate all of them. But also, like, in very prideful ways, because like the 221s were right after the Pride was done. So like you looked badass doing it.
So, wait, I mean, we presume those were attacking. Those weren't like important for your like sheep, or what's the word I'm looking for? Your sheep herding. Like that's not important for you to have them. Did we
Oh,
just
no.
like screw up for you?
No, absolutely not. They were massive threats. They've been attacking for over the last couple days. This is like one of the reasons we. Is like, and like they're all healed up now. Could you guys like the one like I think whichever ones that Iskra healed are very much like they keep flexing their arms. You know what I mean? Or like the wounded spots. Like check it out. I don't even have a scar. Like it's not even a scar. There is magic. I told you. And then it's just like no, they come from. Well, one second. I gotta make sure I'm calling it the right word.
Dulong?
Yeah, they do come from Dulong.
Yes, I think I've. They're to the east of the epics. Yes.
Yeah, to the
forest
east,
in question.
like to the southeast from us. They normally never come this far, but it's just like we've had a pretty good like harvest. And you guys can look at the sheep now as well. Iskra, Renic, and Soki. One of the sheep that had that was wounded, like its blood is also like more vibrantly magical.
No wonder they could make wool that's so soft. They're magic sheep.
I mean, the guards are aware that they have magic sheep, right?
Is it the sheep that are magical, or is it something? Is it something within the epics in the forest that's making them act? Like, well, actually, question: are the sheep magical?
They are. I think they're a natural creature. But they definitely have been. You know, you are what you eat.
Huh?
Iskra knows this way too much, or far too well.
Sorry, what do I know? I missed
You
it.
are what you eat.
Oh, well, yeah.
Then, so what? So, the area around is magical then, if it's, or is
Yeah,
it
I
like
think-
has special properties?
How would you guys figure it out? Because I don't think there's we need rolls for this, but like, this place is like spreading magical. Like the grass, the whole world is more magical than it's ever been before. So like they are getting bigger. And the whole world is getting, you know, like I said, more magical.
Oh no, I see. And it's spreading. Interesting.
Did you all not believe in magic before now?
There's rumors, you know, like we haven't been to the other sides, and like I'm mostly a mercenary guard here. It's just like we hear about it. There's a guy inside that says he's a wizard, and like we've met some people that can do some things, but like magical healing seemed a little silly.
Is our magic going to get us in trouble here?
No. Like I'm sure to some people don't believe that, but magic needs to exist at all. But I'm not from Virtuoso.
Could we meet the wizard?
Yeah, he's right inside.
Is our magic going to get us in trouble in the mountains?
The epics, I've never seen them use magic. unless you consider like triple backflips and stuff magical. Sometimes it is.
I mean, I can do backflips at the right setting.
Okay. We'll need to be mindful of that when we go there then. Okay.
Yes.
Oh, did we want to go inside? Because we can. Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I just before we forgot, wanted to ask that question.
Absolutely. This is inside the Lowlands Inn. They all like, welcome, welcome. And it's just like somebody be right out to greet you. As like you see them in the back bandaging up like some of the mercenaries. And it's like this guy comes out and he's just like, okay. I'm Blondebeard. How can I meet you? How can I help you?
Hello, Leo, sir. We came by to investigate some strange occurrences that's been going on near the epics, and we were hoping, we could speak with the wizard over some information that may be able to help us with our little investigation.
The wizard, and he rolls his eyes.
Oh no.
Oh, like absolutely. Excelsior, you have customers. And like, it's like, introduce me right. The great wizard Excelsior. You have customers.
I can see why he rolled his eyes.
Like you guys just see puffs of smoke.
One of
puffs
those
smoke,
wizards.
puffs of smokes. Wait, where is it? Do I have something?
Also,
Pointy hat wizard.
as Leo looks to this Excelsior guy, is this the guy who wanted the whole darkness from the bunny?
Sure is.
Oh no.
He walks out of the smoke and he's just like, the great wizard Excelsior at your... Oh, hi, Leo.
Yes. Hello, great wizard Excelsior. Nice to see you again. Leo is lightly tapping his foot in the ground. If
Oh.
to those who really know Leo, that's not a good sign. He's not happy right now.
Hi, guys. Like Lockstitch is here. Hi.
We are.
Let's get a table and we can have a conversation.
Of course.
Do you have drinks?
They have some of the finest drinks. It's just like he's just like snaps his fingers and like people like bring over like whatever drinks you guys want. They eat they serve mostly fish as a food here. Although there's the sheep. It was underneath my neck the whole time.
Keeping the ship safe.
Dang it! Why did you have to find it?
Smuggling out.
Like, oh my god, that would be so funny.
Gotta take it with a. We'll care for it.
I think
some chamomile tea, maybe calm the nerves.
That sounds lovely, actually.
Yeah, get some coffee really calms the nerves.
No, coffee.
Leo's gonna let Akhana take lead with speaking with Excelsior. I don't think Leo's gonna do well.
Yeah, I'm definitely noticing he's unsettled, Bun.
Thank you.
We know that Excelsior has had dealings with Chest. He is also trying to sell magical items to Chest for profit.
Of course.
Do we know if he's actually a wizard?
We know that he is not actually a wizard. He is a collector. He has some magical items on him. Like you guys as magical detectives will tell everybody that he has his hat is magical, his rings are magical, and he has a magical wand.
May I ask, where did you get all of these magical items?
I've been purchasing them lately. I'm amassing a collection to just try to sell them all at once to a collector.
A collector. Can
It's
you
like, oh, yes,
name this collector?
absolutely. I'm positive you all know of him. His Chest, devil of, well, hell,
So not
proprietor
just a
of.
collector.
He's a rather ambitious collector. A lot of people don't like to say his name out loud. Some people consider it. Some people are superstitious. You understand?
He definitely says his name, and Renic looks around, expecting to see Chest just pop
Right?
out of nowhere.
Mm-hmm. Same.
And there's other people, like, if he said it loud enough, like, you do see, like, other people doing basically the equivalent of crossing yourself. What would the Beezus version of crossing yourself be?
It has to be something with wings. You have to touch your shoulders. I don't know.
Like, it,
Wiggle your butt.
Is it? Do you take your finger like it's a bee and just go bzzz?
and poop. Then you have to boop somebody on the nose.
Oh no. That's
You can't
involved.
cross yourself alone. You have to cross somebody else. Then just chasing somebody else around, but you can't stop making the
Stay
bzzz
still.
It's like, I gotta. This is for my god.
Right? Boop your
That's like blessing yourself, though. If you sneeze, you can't just say bless me. Nika does all the time. Okay, so he's just like, yeah, I saw it on your telethon. That Chest wanted. He was gonna buy magical items from you all. Like, are you looking for a middleman? I can get you a good deal. I can get you top dollar.
No, we're actually, this kind of pit stop. We have business in the mountains, and we really just want more information.
In the mountains?
I heard wizard, and I thought that you actually do magic or conjure your own magic.
Hey!
No, I'm sure I'm not wrong.
I am the great and powerful wizard.
Yeah.
Excelsior. It
So it
says it on
doesn't
my
change
card.
It doesn't change what you can or can't do. So
He's smoke bomb. He like uses his magic wand. A smoke bomb appears on him.
That's a cute party trick, but do you actually know what's going on with magic in this place specifically, or in the mountains?
It's like, I do know that people have been traveling through. Like, some people like from Virtuoso have made their way down here. They set up a little lumber town next side over. Some of them are like unhappy with their lives, and they come. You understand Virtuoso? They're not allowed to bring magic items in there, so they bring them here and sell them to me, and I pass them along to Chest for a slight markup.
Do you know what he does with those?
I don't care what he does with those.
That's fair.
I assume he eats them, honestly. He's like, actually, I do have a couple of guesses. It's like, and he pulls out his list, eats them. He's just like, melts them down and building something bigger. Like, hides them in other places, like a scavenger hunt.
Okay, I mean, that would be fun, but with the other two, you are still like of clean conscience where you can sleep at night knowing that you're providing the devil with exactly what he wants.
I'm providing a devil, and he's not that bad of a guy.
Have you met nice devils before?
I've met that one. Chess is a good guy. He's got a pet named Calypso. You have to trust anybody with a pet. Like,
nope.
I mean,
that's not how trust works.
Yeah, if by nice you mean cunning and manipulative.
That's more like it. That's the devil part that we're here, I don't know, to warn you of while we're passing through, because maybe you should rethink your who you trust magic items with.
It's like, you all, it's just like, you all of the Lockstitch crew, correct?
Yes.
So yeah, you all know Simmons. Chess spends every time we're talking with him, like half the conversation is about how great Simmons is.
Everyone says
Simmons
how great
is pretty
Simmons is.
great.
It's like,
That's
just saying. A friend of your friend is your friend, right?
Not every time.
it's just like, I don't think he's really gonna like end the world or anything, right? Like, there's nothing like that. What do you think
a
he's
devil
doing?
amassing magic items to
Jury
do?
is still out.
Yeah. There's so many things that could go wrong.
It's like, but have you thought about the couple of things that could go really right?
Nope.
Look, is it about the money for you?
Yes.
Okay, pick one item, I'll turn it to gold, and you never deal with chest again.
It's just money has so many. And he pays me in so much more than just money. You know,
No.
power. It's just like, also like I get to be the guy that does this. I don't
Okay,
want to retire right now.
How does he give you power, and what kind of power?
No, it's like eventually, like the land in hell. It's gonna be real nice. It's like he's promises to make me a real wizard, like a real one.
Has anyone in this party been to hell?
Yeah.
Yes.
You want to tell them about it?
I don't know. It was a fun time. Went to this restaurant.
See?
The place
So
sucks.
cute. So cute.
What? I
Not
had a really
helping.
good meal. Just so happens to be ran by Chast. I'll stay out of it. I'll go over here. Where's my drink?
You could talk more about the dangerous parts.
That's the fun part about
Is
it.
it true there was like what? Is it true that there's a level that's just all like this really laser light show nightclub?
Yes. There was a cool bar. We had a dance off. It's a good time.
Come on. He looks at the rest of you like trying to like convince him not to go to hell. Like, come on, seriously?
You could also end up in the wall of wailing spirits that tries to eat anything.
And he means anything.
I mean, that does sound like a downside. I'm not gonna say that that one doesn't. But like, why do you want to stop me from selling the chest?
We don't know what his motives are. All we know is that he's kind of a cunning, manipulative piece of shit who is kind of shady in all of his dealings.
I mean, in fairness, you just
know-
described Krieg, so.
This is the moment you do see around, like, around the great wizard's neck is just this rosary that is made of a bunch of different coins, and at the end is just a gecko tail, a golden gecko tail.
You may be a lost cause.
I'm a merchant at heart. It's all for profit, and like he like, however, Krieg's cross the great golden gecko.
It's
Like,
the check in your wallet.
They bite a coin every time.
Oh my
Checks
gosh,
his wallet, pulls a coin out, flips the coin, puts it back in his wallet, puts it back in his
Mhm.
pocket.
Oh no. Okay. So we're really here for information about the mountains. Is there anything you can tell us?
Yeah, haven't seen many of my traders come from the mountains. Once in a while, and he like looks over at Renic. He's like, once in a while, I get one of the epics to come down. Like they buy weapons from us and occasionally, non-magical, of course. He says non-magical, of course, and then nods to Renic like Renic would know, you know, like you should know.
Why do you all keep doing that?
He's like, but lately, I haven't seen as many. I haven't seen any. Based on the number of mosquitoes that made it down here, I'm gonna guess there aren't that many left up there.
So something could have happened to them, or they could have left on their own.
Really is going on there. We're gonna need to check that then.
So a two-part mission. Okay.
Since he does not seem to know much, perhaps we should. I hate to say get on with it, but
Yep.
But what does he have for sale?
So key.
Oh,
I may be a
It's
collector
all-
as well.
I will roll your barrel right out of here.
He's buying magical items.
Yeah, he ain't selling it to anybody.
Yeah. Well,
Unless your name is Chest.
we could persuade him to lose some of them,
I mean,
but
yeah, you could make a bigger offer, or just steal from him.
I mean, Iskra offered to turn one item into gold.
Yeah, but like, gold is gold. Like, gold's kind of everywhere at this point. There's a whole gecko to it. There's people that turn things into gold. It's like, wait, what is our
Other
money backed
people?
by?
Oh, nothing.
Promises and wishes. We got to go back to the barter system.
It's pretty worthless. Yeah, it's
I literally just tried to barter system with you. No, it's fine. Whatever. Iskra stands behind Soki and just kind of politely shoves him out the door.
As they say among some of the folks in the Silver Symbol, out of the salad, everyone. Let's get to it.
The out of the salad being just like a thing is hilarious to me. All right, because I know Iskra's got a hard out soon, let's just get right to it then. Making sure I'm on the right maps. Okay, so we are going to the epics. From here, it is just oop, this is the wrong map. We are going to folk song. Turns out.
no.
So it is just a straight shot. It is like, as you guys approach it, like most of the land that you're in is cheap country, for lack of a better word. It's just like on a huge scale. Like, you do just see big round sheep that are nothing but wool. And people are like pushing them around. They live great lives though. They are very happy.
Are they smarter than regular sheep?
I don't think so.
Great.
I think they are all just like incredibly stupid, giant, lovable creatures.
Adorable.
They dumb as shit. But as you approach the epics, the ground becomes just, it doesn't slowly happen, just suddenly just rocks jutting out of the ground at like huge sharp angles. And you still have a sheep underneath you, turns out. Like, there it is. Copy and paste, Renic. He's just always there.
We are taking it with us.
Now I'm just imagining that sheep just keeps following Renic everywhere.
Oh. He bo-peeped it.
Just a little tiny one.
Yeah. You just follow Renic wherever he goes.
He's yours now.
I wasn't expecting you to bring up +1, Renic.
It is not intended. It will not
We-
leave.
Protect the sheep with our lives.
Ah!
So cute.
I do not think it realizes that I am a carnivore.
What'd you name him?
Dinner.
No.
What a wonderful name.
I mean, if I call him
Diener.
Call him Din for short.
Oh, yeah.
We have a job to do.
You all make it to the base of the epics, and it is like, you guys, Leo has seen it from above. And up close, you guys can tell it looks like a giant statue, but there's many things you guys have seen before that look like one thing that turn out to be something else. But I don't think any of you are specifically fooled into thinking this is a naturally occurring like mountain. Like, it is a long dragon that continues to the east quite a bit, but to the west it does it like an arching. And you can even, like, this is a huge mountain. You can't see the head from where you are. It's like, you guys couldn't see this because you can't look over it. But you guys would be, like, right here. we up to? Are we like taking readings or studying?
We were sent out to figure out what is going on with the magic, right? So yeah,
Yeah.
presumably taking readings and trying to figure out what is up with the magic.
How are you feeling, Soki?
I'm here.
Is this place giving any particular energies off that you might recognize, or no?
I think Soki's eyes are just gonna start glowing a bit more. He's gonna take another look around.
Well, he thought about glowy.
That's all you have to do. It's simple, Renic. Think about it and they glow. Let's just do that. You can see everything. Alan, do I see anything?
Yeah,
Particular?
absolutely. So you know the same way that I've described like the fact that the Ouroboros wields are like the forest that Iskra's from is just one big magic spell.
Yeah.
This mountain is one big magic spell.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
It's a very specific magical spell. It's an incredibly powerful petrification spell.
oh. Yeah.
Probably not one we want to undo. Could I chisel some rock, or would that come with ramification? Like as a
I mean-
sample?
Yeah, you could definitely take a small sample without too much of a ramification for it, but like,
Okay.
yeah, you don't have to like make a roll for it either. For all intents and purposes, it is stone.
Mm.
It will work like stone. It'll break like stone. You could use it for any stone related things if you wanted to.
Okay.
Like if you want to,
Mm.
Dragonstone is like, yeah, you guys want to like give it like a. I'll make it one of the items that we can craft with in the future if we want to. Give it a special property. What makes the Dragonstone different?
What if it has illusory principles?
It's definitely of a mystical nature. If it's literally a magic spell that's just there to keep a dragon and I guess a warrior that it was fighting in check. I wonder if the warrior fighting the dragon did so while fighting it to make sure it doesn't get away, or if the dragon was using it to protect itself.
That is an interesting thought there. One would think that if it was to protect itself, it would have ended the spell, but if it knew it affected both of them and could not leave one without the other. If it can still even sink.
From what I've learned about Legends and Dragons and stuff like that, they are a lot more powerful than the average. For all we know, it might still be alive and well. It might just be using this to rest and gather its power, to rest and recover, so that once he is ready, he will undo its own magic and continue to fight, whenever that may be, if that is even the case.
That would be a disaster on a global scale. I would think.
Well, for a creature of this kind of proportion, what is a disaster to us is nothing but a wave in the ocean for him.
Fair point.
Question.
Yes?
If it,
Sorry.
I mean, if it's been turned to stone, is it dead?
It is hard to tell. There's been cases, well, where I'm from, anyway, it's that just because depending on the nature of the petrification, it can be undone. And if it is undone, best way I can describe it is, if anyone is familiar with cryogenic stasis. like, if you are frozen, and in some cases, being frozen like that doesn't necessarily end the person frozen. It's more like you freeze, like literally freeze them in time. And with the right magic, you can get them out, and they will be alive and well, albeit a bit lost, depending on what time you bring them back compared to where they were when they were frozen.
Hmm.
So like preserved.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Uh-oh.
I mean, since I can see and sense spirits, would I be able to see or sense the dragon spirit?
No. It is fully petrified. But you can get a feeling that this was ancient. Ancient. This is older than your woods. And you do see two figures charging at the group, by the way. Like you start to hear like stones start to scrape and coming down the mountain easily, like just jumping from one rock to another and like doing flips on the way down. Each
Jumpy
one,
boys.
and they are huge. Basically, imagine if Renic had like a little bit more hair and it was like his hackles were up.
Mm-hmm.
Which they
And-
certainly are now.
And like he was about the size of like Arnold Schwarzenegger situation. Like they each have 4 arms and they are huge. This one has a sword in each arm and in each hand, and this one has like 3 axes and then just one little dagger. And they are charging down the hill at you. And like every time like a rock gets kicked loose or something, they are just handling it so well. Like there are boulders bouncing down beside them, and it looks like they are causing it as they charge the 5 of you.
Mm.
And that's just going to be in a... Go ahead.
How tall are they?
They are...
Question.
They're big. They are anywhere... I think this one is probably going to be like 9 feet, and this one's probably around like 12 feet.
Yep.
I'd like to cast freeze on the ground to create a layer of ice and see if that trips them up.
Oh, for sure. We'll just say that it works. I'm going to see like how they dodge it though. This is for them dodging. Oof, they did a bad.
Oh,
They are bad at ice. They're like looking badass all the way down, then comical. Woo, 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 woo.
My guess is like with these mountains being so magically petrified, they don't get frozen.
They just slide right out the battle. Come on.
Yeah, so they're not used to it enough to go.
In their confusion, I want to activate my cloak and try to get behind them.
Yeah, absolutely. Sure. They crash into like 2 separate rocks.
Ooh.
They both no. They both managed to retain 1 weapon apiece, but their swords and their axes are around. Like they are very concussed.
Oh, excellent.
Are these the people that protect the mountains?
I just
I
kind of
mean-
want to go up to the one next to me and just be like, "Hi."
Presumably, given that they kept confusing me for one of them. Almost certainly Renic is like growling under his breath at them.
Are we talking or fighting?
So he says hi to the one. Just, hi, and he's like,
Howdy, neighbor.
ugh, ugh, just by the stones.
Man, that looked like a really rough fall. Here, let me help you up.
And he just slaps your hand away. And he's looks around for it, like he pulls his knife on you, he steps back, he's just like, finish it if you are going to.
No, I don't think I'll do that.
It's like denied again. And then the one next to Renic is like growling back at Renic, Iskra, and Leo over there. Like he has one of his sword, like he has one sword, he's got it in like a two-handed grip, and the other two, like his top two arms are like in like a boxing pose.
Leo looks to the two. Both of you, can you come off it? We are not here to fight you. We are here to actually figure out what the problem is, and if you're not going to be of assistance, get out of the way. I've had enough with all this back and forth already. Just let us help.
He he looks at Renic and he like lowers his sword. He's just like, "What are you?"
Renic responds, "What are you? You look like some bastardization of the peoples that I know."
You look like some dolled up version of a child. Alas, like, you could have killed us. What is it? What do you ask? You have bested us. You may ask for a boon.
Oh, I'm gonna reappear now.
This one jumps. He's like, "Oh shit!"
Just walk over calmly. No weapons drawn.
You are the epics, yes? You are the ones who protect these hills?
We are. 2 of them. Only 4 remain.
What has happened here?
Some creature has made its home in these mountains. This is like something new, something dark. It feeds on anything. It's like it corrupts everything it touches. It cannot corrupt us as we are sacred, but it can kill us all the same.
Is that why you're only down to 4?
Yes. We do not ever turn our backs on a fight. When it presented itself, we fought it. We lost.
Mm-hmm.
What
Some
was
of us
it?
fled.
Creature?
What was the creature?
Mm-hmm.
It was a beast. It leaked this vile, black goo.
Do you have a way to track it?
We do not. You all do,
Actu-
though, just so you know.
Yeah.
That's actually why we're here, to find it.
Creature that leaks out black goo. That sounds like what we're looking for. The corruption. Yes.
You
And
say
you
it
could-
cannot corrupt you because you are sacred. What do you mean?
It's just like, I think Iskra and Not Forgiven and Soki, you two kind of feel uneasy around them. There is no magical energy coming off from these 2 creatures. It's not like null. It's not like there's a hole in the world. They just have no inherent magic.
Just the corruption just must not like the way you taste. Seem to be lacking in what it normally goes for.
We do lack electrolytes.
It's what plants crave.
Okay, so if they're only able to corrupt magical things. Interesting.
I have a potentially scary question.
Mm-hmm.
Have we realized that we're on a dragon? Like officially?
Yeah, probably. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Because you know it's a
Yeah,
petrified.
Leo saw it
Yeah,
overhead.
yeah, okay. Just making sure. But it's a petrified dragon. Have we realized that we're on a dragon?
It's a petrified dragon.
Have we realized that we're on a dragon? Yeah, okay. Just making sure. But it's a petrified dragon. Just making sure. Can the corruption seep through the stone?
Um,
I mean,
I think
potentially, but it is just stone at the moment.
Wouldn't it slide right off of it?
That seems like a question I don't want to find out the answer to.
Agreed.
these two look back and forth. It's just like, we protect this mountain from its predators, mostly the mosquitoes of Dulong. Like, sometimes they wander into this area, and we easily bring them down. Like, they are of no threat. Well, they were, until there only became 4 of us. Those things in their bite is the only thing that has ever been able to puncture the Epic's crust.
Oh. Oh, so we have dragon blood specimens.
That's an interesting thing that
Hmm.
that we got. But if these mosquitoes are the only thing that can pierce through it, ordinarily they would be kept in check. But this corruption creature is really bringing the balance of the place out of order, as it were. We take that thing down and we can get started on putting things back to the way they were. But with how many they've lost, it will take time.
The 4 of us could protect the mountain from the mosquitoes of Dulong until the next calamity. The mothers will return with the next brood soon, and we will shift.
But it all rests on that thing being taken out first. We'll
I
need
have
to.
so many questions. Well, let us see what we can do about this corrupted beast. Yes.
We take that thing down, and we'll definitely be able to get a lot of answers out of all this.
Can you take us to where the last place you saw it, or if there's any remnants?
But we can track it. Yes.
Yeah, we can track it.
Oh, right.
I mean, if it's attracted to magic, why don't we just cast a little magic?
Well, if we're going to take it on, we should know where it is, and then we should know of a good spot to combat it. Last thing we want is to give it an advantage over us. And these folk here, before I continue, because Leo doesn't know their names. Now that I think about it, because I don't think they said their names, have they?
They have not said their name because I don't know like what kind of naming conventions we have for them.
Okay, then I won't worry about the name then. But he will look to them and he's like,
Oh, we can do that right now if we all want. Like now that I can have Renic here, because I didn't want to spoil it for him. Like, I didn't want him to like know that today's game had that in that.
oh,
Let me find the thing.
It's just like, obviously these aren't one for one the exact same as your people, but they are
Cousins?
I mean, they've been here for 1,000 years. That of history. It's presumably 1,000 years of history that Renic's people didn't experience.
exactly that. Yeah.
Let me.
and like while he's getting the names, what I'm thinking is that they would know, like they know where would be the most advantageous spots to fight. Where would be the best places to do that, ambushes, vantage points, all that. And if we could bring the creature to such a spot and we could take it on our terms, we'll have a much better shot.
Yeah, they definitely have us. They ask straight up, "Do you prefer fighting in the open like this, or would you?" And they kind of look at each other and smile. "Do you like an arena?"
Oh, yeah. That'll work. Toki, you go for that?
Yeah. I'm ready for a fight.
He's itching. He's ready to go.
Then let's make a show of it.
Yes.
I
go
will
ahead.
send the generator that I used to you,
Nice.
and the one that I ended up with was just different. There you go. It's in the group DM with you and Nika, Alan.
Excellent.
Now, is this like normal adventure level Soki, or is Iskra reaching over to press his life alert button?
I think I would press the life alert button if I were you. Just
yeah,
like
then I'll reach my hand over his shoulder just to press the button for him.
Or data. Oh, we're gonna get so much data. Oh my god.
And I don't remember how I got the clan name generated. I just ended up with it somehow.
So they walk you. I wasn't expecting this is going to be how we were looking at these maps, but all right, I'm here for it.
We said arena, right?
Yeah.
So I
Yeah.
only had half an ear. Great.
So there's like obviously we got like a cool fucking like entrance to the place, and there's the place from a distance. Don't worry, we weren't supposed to meet them right away, but then here we go,
Yes.
Ooh.
and it's big. Like it's like you
I
guys are
like
gonna be
these
smaller.
artworks.
My adventure ratchets up to a 4.
Like I was going to try to like I'm looking for heavy metal. You guys ever seen the movie Heavy Metal?
Yes.
Like that is the vibe that this place gives off.
Nice.
And there
Well,
are
I have
two
not
more.
seen that, but I am expecting Skeletor to walk out.
Yeah, he is definitely like on the thing. Like,
Caustic, that little ship is following us for our entire adventure. Yeah, Dinar's chilling right there. Look at him.
Dinar.
Well,
Our little
we'll put,
sheep cheerleader.
we'll put Dinar somewhere safe while we fight.
the obvious thing that happened to me is the fact that the first map that has the sheep on it is where I started like copying pasting all of you guys over and over again. And it just happened to have the sheep behind it, Renic.
Honestly, it just sounds fun that we have a +1 throughout this, like, well,
Fantastic.
yeah, like that's your buddy.
All right, people, like you are introduced to the rest of them. I will give them all names at some point, but like this is the most fierce one. He's carrying the 4 swords. This guy has the spears. This guy axes, but yeah, they're all just like armed to the teeth. In this place, it just looks like there is no magic in their weapons. Like there is ambient magic all around you from the spell, but none of it is like penetrating them. Like their fur almost has a like water rolls off a duck's back situation.
The slickness.
It's like there is something to their fur naturally that just repels magic.
Selective, pretty much.
Can they even hurt the corruption? Because we use like magic to fight it, right?
You do use magic to fight it.
If their weapons, if they use magical weapons, they would technically be able to.
They don't.
But aside from that, they could potentially, if their weapons cannot damage them, they could potentially like use the environment to slow down the monster. Like if they can't hurt them, harry them.
Akhana, you would know. Actually, all of you would know, but Akhana is like, if you're not thinking about it right now, like as a person, silver hurts them. Silver hurts the corruption, and so does Null. But their weapons are just like straight like iron and stuff.
Oh, and I remember you saying the main creature is weak to fire. Does that work? Does that apply to the other corrupted creatures as well?
Oh yeah, everything corrupted, all corruption is 3 times weak to fire.
Okay. So that would be important info to tell these guys if they're going to join the fight. Fire. They need fire.
Yeah, for sure.
Because getting silver weapons might be a bit, we don't got the time for that. But
Nope.
but them using fire, that can work. And we're on a mountain, so less likely to destroy everything with fire than in a forest. So
Or town.
exactly. So them using fire against the creature would be their best bet.
Okay. I'm gonna let you guys. So coming through this door, because you guys have the Patagon plushies, you guys have the perfect lure, and if you guys start casting magic, the corruption thing will come here. We can get it here. That's not even a concern. And it's gonna be huge. It's gonna be dragon adjacent looking because it is made out of like corrupting a tiny bit of the blood. Imagine if it gets to the big thing. It's gonna be huge. It's gonna come through this door. Please tell me your plan. Like, set up the room. Like, get it ready. I'm gonna be AFK, but we will still hear you. But please tell me exactly how you planning this one out.
All right.
So I can run the numbers and give us a better chance of actually doing this. Spoilers, I get to manipulate probability.
Nice.
But then I do not have a lot of just purely offensive magic that is going to be on, or capability that is going to be on the rest of you.
I mean, I believe that Soki and I both have fireball abilities, and not to mention my lightning.
I like fire.
I have no bullets. I have an infinity scythe, but I don't know what it would do to the corruption. And I'm hesitant to use it.
Let us not take a risk then. We know we can just kill it, presume if we are good enough. Let us just try to do that. We turn to the epics. If you all want to fight it, you will need to use fire. I do not believe we have any extra weapons that would work for you.
Do not worry. I have an idea. Do you all have things that you can coat to make something flammable? He would ask the epic. Since they they probably need stuff to make fire and stuff like that, right?
Sticks, lumber.
Well, no,
Stakes.
something more like an oil coating of a sort, something to put on your weapons so that the weapons can be on fire for this particular fight. Do they have that?
Absolutely, yeah. Like, they have. What do we think that they have? Like, that could, what do they burn in these caves when, what do they cook their food with? There's no, forest
The
around.
husks of the mosquitoes.
The husks of the mosquitoes?
That's good.
Okay.
Because if they can coat their weapons in that,
Alright,
Leo can ignite their weapons for them.
Oh, okay. So let me show you guys something real quick.
Yeah.
This forest, the Dulong forest, is at one point in time, it was just a regular forest, but it is also petrified completely. Nothing lives in that forest except for those mosquitoes. So those mosquitoes do sometimes drink the sap from those trees, the petrified, because we know that the noses can do it.
So is the sap what's flammable?
I think the sap is what's flammable.
Okay. So Leo would ask them would request that they coat their the blades, particularly with that sap. And he would walk towards the center of the arena and ask all of them to basically bring their weapons together. You know how when people do that, the group huddle with the hands?
Yes.
Same thing, but with their weapons. As Leo wants all of them together and basically have their weapons connect.
I'm gonna put one of my daggers in too.
Nice. 17 weapons.
And Leo would ignite one of his spears with Fiery Avenger. And with that, ignite all of their weapons in that same fire.
They just all do the thing where they reach their arms behind them and arch their backs and just roar. But each one of them is holding very, very Conan-ass weapons. Like they're huge. They are just heavy. They are the shape doesn't make any sense for balance, but it looks badass.
The fire itself, since apparently I could describe this part too, is mostly of a monochromatic, like black, between shades of black and white of the fire with little bits of yellow.
Ooh.
So all the weapons all the people that have their weapons ignited have that like black, like they're basically that black flame.
Ooh, how do they feel about this magic though?
Fine, because it's gonna help them solve their problem.
You may have your grievances with me after the fight, but if you want to live to see it, I would expect you to use this to the utmost of your abilities. All of you.
Okay, quick question. The poison I have, the other dagger coated in, is that like made with from a lab or is it magic?
Like your stuff is lab stuff. Like your stuff,
Gotcha.
like
I just wanted to make sure.
you had a whole mortar and pestle set up somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
When we're not looking at Akhana, she's like fucking like mixing her poisons together.
Yeah.
I
A
mean,
little bit of alchemy on the side. So I'm using 4 AP for black poison. Commoners and minions are instantly killed. Bosses are hit for 10 HP.
this is definitely gonna be a boss.
Yeet.
These guys each take their spots at the side.
I want
Was
to
it-
sneak attack it. So I
Oh,
want to be all the way back here. Back behind where it would come in. Hidden.
If there's any last minute things folks intend to do,
Toki, where are you gonna stand?
Right here. On the bait.
In the middle. You're the bait. Okay.
On the bait.
Cool.
You guys let me know when you're ready.
You'll
Everybody
know.
sharpened, and everybody sharpened. Everybody eat your buff. You got your buffs up.
you gotta get
Yeah.
your buffs up. Oh yeah.
So
Yo, Dinar, Dinar, get out of here. Get to safety.
before we
Hi.
summon it, I am going to manipulate probability with a theorem of triumph and catastrophe.
Nice.
So we are going to get an additional triumph on a natural 2.
Mhm.
And you get another catastrophe on a natural 16.
Interesting.
All right, 2 for you, 16 for me. All right, so you guys hear it coming, like it is making its way through the tunnel. Everybody's got their like weapons out, like ready to charge at it as soon as it comes in. Soki just standing in the middle of the room.
Yep. I got the Patagon plushie and I'm charging a fireball, but I'm trying to overcharge it, so I got like this ball of fire above my head for when it comes in. I'm just ready. I'm waiting.
It just so I only got the head of it because like the rest of it looked really stupid, but like it peers its head through and its mouth is just salivating with the corruption. It just like splashes onto the floor, not like not like all over the place or anything, but like it's just super gross, super wet as it's like making its way in.
Ooh. Is it that big of a monster that we only see the head?
Yeah, it's so big that you're only seeing the head right now coming through the door.
And then I forget how the corruption's transmitted. Like, if we touch it, are we corrupted, or is
No.
it like in our bloodstream?
You'll like it has to get on you, and you have to be at 0 HP and then it's on you, and then it will start actually corrupting you. 0 HP or 0 AP. That's when it'll start getting into you. It'll hurt to touch you. It lowers HP and AP when it hits you, but unless you're at 0, you guys don't have to worry about like coming into contact with it. Because if you guys have to always avoid it, then it kind of like makes fights less fun.
That's right.
Is the corruption itself flammable?
Oh, it absolutely is. We learned that from the squirrels and the flamethrowers.
Uh-huh.
All right, who's gonna start this one off?
I mean, I thought Soki was ready to go.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
like
I mean, if you're pumped, go for it.
always.
Go for it.
Like the idea is to like bait it close so that I could just like drop the fireball on him, and then everybody else jumps in on at that point.
Yes.
Do you consider this an adventurous roll?
Yeah, I'd say this is an adventurous roll.
Okay, all right. You still got pride up, right?
Another
Pride
20.
is still up. Pride
Another
is
21.
still up.
Nice.
Yeah, boy.
That was a fireball.
It's a
Yep.
fireball, yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But imagine like really big fireball.
It just catches it, and like it definitely does the scene of like a big one going right for it, and you see this creature like open its mouth huge. It unhinges its jaw and just swallows the fireball, and for a moment you see like the dark black smoke pouring out of its nostrils as it's just no selling it. It looks around the room, its eyes glowing red with like hatred in the fire that it just swallowed. And then you just start seeing explosion after explosion inside its like long serpentine body running all the way back. And it like keeps like opening its mouth and almost like it looks like it's throwing up as gouts of fire just come out of it as it's like rolling around in like lashing out in pain.
So he's just like, yeah, take that.
It's like all four of the epics just like raise their weapons and like let out a howl and just charge. And they are like all over it as well. I'm gonna roll for all four of them. Let's see how they're doing.
Jesus
Oh,
Christ.
Oh,
What
wow.
the hell?
320?
No
Holy
way.
shit.
Listen,
Oh
They
my god.
Amateur.
you thought they were kidding when they could take on those mosquitoes, bro? They know their shit. Also,
Jesus
where
Christ.
is that?
Oh my god.
Do
I
I
was gonna say,
have?
where's your
What's the
bingo card?
probability on that, Renic?
Of rolling trips of anything, or that specific roll?
I mean,
Do
that's
the math.
specific.
Like 320. Holy fuck.
I don't
So
think I've ever seen that.
So who cheer squatting this shit? Cause they
Dude,
I mean,
I'll
that
cheer
exact
squad this.
roll is one in
I don't have it.
what 160,000.
like I would have cheer
Holy
squatted if I would have cheer squatted if I had it, but I don't.
I got it. I'll cheer squad.
Got it?
Got it, yes.
Oh, somebody's got it. Somebody's got it.
Oh,
Somebody's got it. Who's throwing it? Who's throwing it first?
Me. I called dibs.
like
holy shit.
absolutely like these creatures take to adventure like a duck to water situation. Like
Hell yeah.
you just see them all just like the one with the axes has like all four arms out like in a cross pattern and is just cycloning.
Nice.
Like the one with the swords just has like at some point in time just like gotten underneath its jaw and slammed a sword from the bottom up and one from the top down and has its mouth closed as it's like the fire is just like exploding in its mouth still. The one with the spears is definitely like a dragoon when you like equip 2 spears on a dragoon in what was it, Final Fantasy 3. And then it just like jumps in the air and is stabbing it on the head.
The other one's having an okay time.
The other one's having an okay time. Like he is just like he's not as impressive. He was like wounded.
I mean,
If
participation award.
if Pride is still active, it's technically a 12.
You're right.
Oh,
Pride is
yeah.
still
So
making
he's still in it.
They are showing off because they take pride in their work.
That's
And
hot.
I think Soki is like 11 on the scale of adventure right now. He is so hyped for this.
He reaches up and pushes the button again.
Just keeps hitting it. It's like, yes,
3
this!
times for 320.
With that, you all, if you want to, like, you can get a free attack right now.
Yes. Yes.
Absolutely. Like, but you have to ride this adventure wave.
Oh no.
Come on. It's fun.
Yeah, all right.
Fine.
Can I not only throw a fireball, but charge it with my electricity? So, like, I'll throw the fireball, and then right behind it, try to shoot a bolt of lightning through it as it's going through the air.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Whoa.
So, two d20s?
Yeah, 2d20, yeah. The
Jesus
19,
Christ.
there's another 21.
21.
Oh, God.
That's a hold on. That's a fireball, which I have seen, so I'm going to elevate its success rate by 1.
Nice.
Mm-hmm, okay. Yeah,
Super triumph.
what is that? What does it even look like, Iskra? Like, this poor fucking thing. So
Came in the
to be-
wrong arena.
To be clear,
Well,
this
so it's
thing has
vomiting
160
fire.
HP to start. Okay, yeah, it is vomiting fire. Its mouth is being held shut. But these 4, if you need these 4 to do anything for you to make your attack really awesome, just narrate what they're doing, because they are feeling the vibe.
Okay. Oh man. So as the dragon rears its head up to get ready to vomit some more, whoever's carrying all the axes slashes its throat, creating this gaping wound that the fireball then goes into. The lightning travels through the fireball and creates sparks in the air. Goes through the fireball, sparks, it's in the dragon, through the slit in his throat, and every wound that these guys have inflicted is just... the electricity is flying through all of those open wounds.
Yeah, abso-fucking-lutely. Right, so this thing has started with 160 HP. Soki's nasty ass fireball did was it 10 damage from the fireball? Is that how much it does?
I think Fireball does 6.
Oh, okay. Oh, 6.
Oopsie.
But times 3, so that's 18.
Reading the wrong ability. Hold on.
Oh no, then times 2 because it was a crit.
Mm-hmm.
So 36. Each one of these guys would have normally hit it for no damage, except for you. Leo set their weapons on fire. So 36 plus 8 is 44, 52, 60, and then another 4, 64, and then Iskra just did the same as Soki did to start. So another 36.
Yeah, and then shock is
So that-
8.
And then shock is 8. So that
I've
was
also seen shock before, so I'm going to make that a triumph too.
Nice. Okay. So 108. Now it's 116. We've done 116 damage to this thing out of
but
the
the-
160 health that it started with.
And Akhana and I haven't gone yet.
No,
It
but
only-
my AP is at 0 now.
Hmm.
Or was that for free?
If how much does Iskra love this? How much is Iskra enjoying this like adventure right now in this moment of just? Does Iskra lean
I
in?
mean, with how successful that was, feeling pretty amped. Like 10 out of 10, I'm doing
Mhm.
work.
You stay at 1 AP right now. That one has an asterisk next to it, but
We'll get to that.
1-ish.
All right, Leo, Akhana, and Renic, this thing is doing real bad, but it looks cool as shit. No, it doesn't look cool as shit. It looks like it's getting its ass torn out.
I mean, it kind of is.
Mm,
When do
not
y'all
gonna
want to
lie. Not gonna lie, I wasn't expecting those 320s. It's got me still a little, like, shit, damn, fuck. um, I, yeah, Leo could get a few more damage in there for the party. Um, okay, Leo himself would charge in once he sees, like, everybody's got their damage in, like they got him all over the place, and Leo would assist that by moving in and going basic. How this would work? He's a bit too small to be trying to hit the dragon normally, so he's gonna have to get up over here, up on his head, to stab at it from there.
Are you insect cleaving this?
Not sure if I can helicopter my way up there, but
Oh, that sounds like an adventure.
he could definitely hop his way. He could definitely hop his way up.
I could throw Pim's necklace to you if you want to temporarily use it. It does cost AP.
Oh no, don't worry about that. I have a way to make sure I connect this time. So basically, as he's running over there, he would be hopping on, basically hopping up. He would give a heads up to Akhana. Akhana, basically for Akhana to, like, how you have when you have your hands up to, like, help throw someone up.
Yeah, springboard.
Yeah, basically. So Leo goes to Akhana to get springboarded up, and and for the attack itself, he is using Declare and I'm using the effect that for this attack to be a success. It will be immediately make a successful attack on a nearby foe. And yeah, this guy right here.
Hi. What's
So
the attack looking like?
So he springboarded his way up, and using the spears that he has, because he has where is it? Yeah, he has. I will say, Alan, with this one, because magic weapons work just fine, right?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
He's going to extract pain from the monster using the baleful mainstream with causing damage with the obsidian spear instead.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
So, hopping up there, he would get up to basically on the head for a spot so he can actually hit it, and hit at pretty much one of the weakest spots of a creature, the eye.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and it just pops. Does it pop or
Or does it, like,
okay?
can it come off?
Yeah, are you hooking it out?
I could do that with the spears that I got. So
Yeah, right. You could.
yeah, you know what? Taking that eye.
Yep. The serpent's eye.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Akhana and Renic, you guys both see Leo rip this thing's eye out, and, like, at the same time, the one that's up there with the sword is just, like, laughs, and it's just like, haha, a great plan, and starts, like, aiming his sword at the other eye. They will be delicious over a fire.
Probably.
That guy knows what I'm talking about.
Do you want to go next to Kana?
Yeah. I was trying to find out. I know I wrote down, like, how to use the cards, but I forgot. I can't find it. I just have regular, like, poker hand rankings, so I know
Oh yeah.
how good the hands are.
Hey. 1 second. All you gotta do is play your hand if you think your hand is better than mine, or we do high low. Which would you like to do?
I would like to do high-low.
Right, so I am like that card. That is his. I just pulled it off the top of the library. I've just got a 6. That's what the dragon is able to defend himself with. He has 6 hearts in there, by the way, in case you're wondering.
That's a lot of dragon hearts.
He's a long boy.
Does take a lot of work. Oh Jesus! That's a king.
That's not making it any bigger. I can't make it bigger. But anyway, that's my card. I'm hidden, but I'm gonna use sneak attack with the fiery dagger. It has Leo's fire on it.
Absolutely. So, okay. At some point, I want to talk to you, Akhana. It doesn't have to be now, but we could have a bit of a conversation now about what each suit of your cards means to you. You know?
I love that. Yes, that's a great idea.
Extra effects to your cards?
We'll talk about it in the future. Like, but right now, like, what does a king to a 6 look like?
Looks like the 6 is getting stomped by a gold encrusted boot.
Did you say you were sneak attacking it?
Yes.
Nice.
Uh-oh.
Like the Renic takes his turn last, so he can write down as many abilities as he can.
Definitely use
Hell
sneak
yeah.
attack.
He is a learned individual.
I mean, where are you attacking with this knife? Like, where are you putting?
I was either thinking, I guess the back end is not, because I would definitely go for like back leg or middle flank if his whole body's not in here. So
yeah, definitely.
somewhere towards the back.
All right. It's like, yeah, you see so many parts of this thing are just like burnt up, and like you see the charring from Iskra's lightning. Some parts of this thing have like turned a little bit golden. But like the gold will not be is not getting corrupted, for the record.
Like golden dragon scales that I could skim off.
Absolutely. You want to just get rich from it? Just pop.
Well, I might use those in a project, but either way.
Just a heads up. It seems like during Akhana's attack, according to this card, a rock fell on the dragon. Big old stalactite seems to have fallen from the roof. In amidst all this chaos, and it might have conked the dragon on the head.
Oh, like I'm thinking like right behind its neck, like it's like its mouth is still like roaring around, and it's still like snapping out at people. Like this guy had to like fly, like he does a backflip off of it, and just like, oh no, he does a thing where he lands on the wall and then just jumps back in.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, that was the sniped card, by the way.
Yeah, it was, like Flynn was, but okay, so like Renic, this thing pinned to the ground. Wait, how much damage does sneak attack do? 10 damage to it, but you set it on fire, so
Yep, it has Leo's fire on it.
So that's 30.
Jesus.
And then Leo popped his
out of
eye out.
160?
Yeah, I'm thinking like it is about 150 out of 160. Renic, yeah, bring it home.
Easiest kill shot.
It's just like it's got 10 HP left out of 160. Insanity.
And you sealed the deal.
So I'm not a combat build, but I have scrolls.
That's new. I love my scrolls.
Yo, you just watched two of us cast Fireball. You can do that.
What do you think my naturalist scroll is?
There you go.
So I'm casting Fireball out of a scroll. I still have to roll though, right?
Yeah. I think
Yeah,
so.
2d20 for sure.
Well, I'm going to instead use quantum calculus and roll 2d4.
All right.
2d4? Interesting.
So the way that works is he has like, what is it? Only a 1 is a failure. Like 2 and 3 are tough. Like 2 is a
2. Well, 1's a catastrophe, 2's a failure, 3's a mixed success, 4's a triumph, But right now, 1's a catastrophe, 2's a triumph, 3's a mixed success, and 4's a triumph.
Right, because of your quantum
That's
whatchamacallit.
right. Yeah.
Very mathematical.
He's a mathematician.
How does pride
Yeah.
interact with it? Does it?
I don't think
don't
Pride
think-
interacts with this one.
Okay.
So
just
we're
making
gonna
sure.
find out.
I think those are for just straight 20s. Oh,
Well,
that was
I'll
a
take
3.
the
Oh,
3.
You shoved it to a 1.
A 3.
I will take the 3.
Yep. He gets to choose, like, ones are
Oh,
not,
that's
like,
right.
set in stone for him. So,
Okay.
But I've seen Fireball cast before, so that's now triumph.
well, my bad.
Guess what?
Forgot, he's a broken build.
Oh, so, okay. So if it was 2 1s though,
Yeah,
Oof.
it would. Yeah, exactly.
got you.
It's like,
It
oh
also
no.
cost me a bunch of AP to roll different
It,
dice.
it
Yeah,
does
I
cost
bet.
him a ton of stuff.
I feel like Renic and Iskra are both very low on AP at this point.
Yeah.
Yes, that is
Good
correct.
thing you almost dead.
But
So that is a critically successful fireball.
What does your fireball look like?
Oh, what does
Yeah.
it look like?
you're taking
Oh,
this
it's
thing down.
You get to
definitely a like Mandelbrot set fractal. He pulls out a piece of chalk, points it at the dragon, and the fractal bursts out of it and hits it with a mathematical fireball.
Nerd.
Sneak is in the chat. What a fucking nerd.
We're gonna get you a Tesla cage next.
Oh yeah, you rip right through it. This, like, all 4 of those guys like step back and just see this thing get destroyed in a way that they do not fully understand in the least. Akhana has a heart. Leo has a fucking eyeball. No,
I got
Akhana has
dragon scales, golden dragon scales.
golden dragon scales. And like it just fades to dust and goes away, and just in the background you guys just hear bah!
He's cheering for us.
Hell yeah! Thanks, Dinar.
I'm gonna play the natural 20 bingos as this thing fades
Oh
away.
yeah.
I mean, Alan did that on his own.
Yeah.
Oh, it
We
says
also
after the
rolled
party rolls.
I
3
rolled
natural
a
20.
fair few 21s.
I'm gonna count that these 4 were part of the party when I rolled those.
Oh, that's fair.
They're
Yeah.
your allies, at least.
Yay.
Also,
You
they-
can't do that if I'm hitting you with 320s.
That would be awful.
And if I ever did that, if I ever rolled 320s against a single one of you, we would
That's
just
fine.
accept that your character died, right? There's just
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
that was the game telling us your character was done.
Oh
Yep.
my
The end.
god.
Ooh, does somebody have the bingo card for? Because we took him out in 1 turn, didn't we?
You
I
did.
think Cossack
Yeah, that-
already played
Oh
it.
yeah, yeah.
Costa got it. All right, cool. Thank you, Costa.
Okay. Do we want
Amazing.
it to be a magical item? Because that's what the card says. But these people don't rock with magical items. If they
Yeah.
were to give you an item, it would be a non-magical thing.
I mean, I kind of like the idea of it being non-magical as sort of like a token of like
Yeah.
friendship between.
Oh yeah, like safe passage.
My dumbass wants it to be a rock.
It's fucking.
Oh,
You know
yeah,
what
I
it
can
is?
rock.
It's like those torques. You know, like the armband torque things.
Mm.
That, like that rest right on you guys' shoulders. Like they give you each one of those,
Nice.
Ooh.
and it
Sorry,
does
what was it?
like a torque,
Like an armband jewelry.
like an armband, yeah.
Love it.
And it is made of an alloy that they can make from the petrified dragon.
I'm gonna put. I found one with a dragon on the end of it. I'm gonna put it in the art channel.
It's just like, and it's just like it has a little like rock, nice little pebble sitting right on it. Like it's a decent sized one. Like I
Yeah.
don't think they have multiple sizes though.
I was gonna say Renic is the only one who has one that fits.
For Renic, it's like it's fitting Renic. It's just like
Like up on my shoulder.
yeah, I guess it could be up on your shoulder. You guys could wear it as like a torque necklace situation.
Yeah.
Choker.
Yeah, like a choker. I think it has
Okay.
like those two like ball-ended things, but both of the like the balls are made of like faceted stone.
Amazing.
This will every game, whenever you would take damage, you take one less when you're
Ooh.
wearing it.
Yay.
It is not a magical shield. It's a physical shield. Like you can block part of all damage with this somehow.
Mm-hmm.
And instead of just one magical item, you all get this.
Huzzah! We all have protective shields, everybody.
And these
Yay.
guys are like, these four are patting you guys on the back and shaking your hands, and they can do it at the same time. They're really good at it.
It
I'm gonna teach them finger guns.
Oh, stop!
We have so many.
It's just like, is it like this?
Yes.
Like,
You can put a little flare on it. You can wink and tilt your head. You just,
It's like I'm gonna roll for sultry.
Oh man.
Oh,
Oh,
oh, oh, one of them.
17. Okay.
Like,
Oh, two of them-
One
two
of
of
them
them got it.
One of them really
Oh.
got it down though. Like
One does not have it.
the one
Aw.
one of them is just like really creepy about it. He's
Oh
like,
no!
Fix your face, man.
Like-
fucking, I'm trying.
Oh man! And one of them struggling a little bit, trying to.
Does Soki just pick up a rock and walk up to them and
Yeah.
ask if he can keep it?
Mm-hmm.
No. Soki's
Please
like
let
high on
this
adventure
happen.
right now, so he's probably running over Renic, just like that, whatever that was, that.
We could get one for him.
Can you say that again? I only caught part of it.
Did you feel that? That thing, whatever just happened, that's the adventure. I feel it. It feels great.
That was oddly
Yeah.
exhilarating.
Leo, make sure that button is pressed. Good lord.
Quantifiable, you might say. These four are more than enough. We don't even have to make a roll to protect the epics from those mosquitoes. Like, that is it. Like, you did it.
I mean, did you see what they did to that monster? I think the mosquitoes ain't got no chance.
Like, the story that I was, like, originally going to tell was the fact that because you turned the magic of the world, like, the magic of the world is going up so far that people without magic are having a harder time with, like, truly magical threats. But no, turns out you don't need magic to lean into adventure.
Mm-mm.
You
apparently-
don't need magic to be a badass. For 3 of them, except that one guy.
That
Yeah,
one
that one guy.
Look,
Hey,
that one guy got a 12 technically.
Yeah, he
did
was fine.
He just
He's
made it.
learning.
right. I bet you it's the same one that got a 3 on that roll just now too.
He can't finger guns and he's a little slow on the uptake. Okay.
it's just like he doesn't really get it. He's not here for it. He's really stuck in
Yeah,
his way. He's like older. He's a boomer.
Oh,
Oh no.
He's a boomer
That's
epic,
fair.
and he just doesn't get it.
Gotcha. The other 3 are like, yeah.
Just set my axes on fire again. And he's just like, oh, these kids with their
Like,
Fire.
yeah, basically. What Leo's going with that, Leo's going to let them, like, since that's how the corruption is counted against, they don't have to use magical fire, obviously. Regular fire does the job too. And now they know that. They can just, put sap on their weapons, igniting fire to deal with anything corrupted, they can burn it out that.
100%, and they will take that news and they will spread it. They're like, we will let some of the others know of this. Like, if they face one of these monsters. I've heard some of the Tingers have experienced dealings with the corruption.
The Tingers?
Where are the Tingers?
To the east, if you could cross the Dulong Forest. Though, I don't recommend it right now.
Maybe not yet, but soon. There's there's actually a couple of Tingers with us, and I think they would greatly appreciate the information.
I'm an honorary Tinger, and I pull out my bunny ears.
Oh yeah, you were.
As soon as you put on the bunny ears, they're like, oh, wow, such a amazing disguise before. How didn't I recognize you as
Oh
one?
no, she's really good. She's really good with that.
She's like,
I give them a card that's like camouflaged, but also has like my name, and I'm a diplomatic, envoy from Lockstitch.
And I give them all Tomb Squad merch because they are honorary
Fantastic.
adventurers now.
yes, of course. Like they're all just putting on T-shirts.
They have to rip
Wait, where do the
cement-
arms go?
I was gonna say they have to rip 2 extra holes in it, and then as soon as they move, what's left burst because they're too mossily.
And she's like,
Oh.
"Bruh."
Oh, you're gonna need to get bigger shirts, Soki.
bigger shirt.
I just didn't see this part coming, I guess.
even the adventurous one here can get surprised.
I can say, here, take these Zippo lighters. They all got Rosie on them. Here you go.
Nice.
Oh, the lighters, that could help them ignite their weapons on fire.
Yeah, that's super helpful.
It is helpful. We do have access to fire at whenever we want, though. Just to be clear, we are not.
Oh, of course.
We live in the mountains, and like this is sacred to us.
Of course.
We want to help preserve that, and we also want to build a good relationship because we'll probably be back.
You are
especially-
invited back. When the mothers return, we shall all have a feast.
We would be honored.
When do the mothers return?
There's currently brooding season.
Ah.
They live out on the in the center statue, where it is safe.
Then after all that, and yes, we'll definitely come by once it's. They said a feast, right? Is that what they said? Is that like once
Yeah, yeah,
everybody's gathered? Yeah.
It's like, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, like Leo saying we'll definitely visit around that time, sure.
They all look at the 4 of them turn to Renic. It's just like, would you mind staying with us for a while? We have many questions.
As do I. I would love to learn more about your people.
Like 2 hands, both sides clap you on the back, and it's just like as 2 of them are like next to you, it's just like, then it is done. You will stay with us and guard the epics.
He shakes a
Until
hand with all 4 of them at the same time.
Oh yeah. It's so common. It looks weird to everybody else that doesn't have 4 arms, but they just like instinctually know exactly which hand was gonna like. They're all shaking each other's hands too.
I
It
love
looks like a
that.
Celtic knot of arms.
Amazing. Renna can even hold Dinar in one lower arm and still participate.
Thank you. Oh yeah, I got him. Dinar wasn't even in any risk of getting hurt because that dragon got destroyed.
No, yeah, not really. Emotional support Dinar, right there.
Yes, absolutely.
Very important member of the team.
And yeah, I think that is where the game fades to black. As like you all will be going back to the sub to like report the mission. Renic will be staying with the epics for a little while. And like so the start of the next game that Renic is in, that is the direction I want to lead.
Okay.
And so yeah. Thank you all for coming and playing, even like an hour early, and like because really wanted to get Iskra in this one, and she has to bounce soon. But you all did amazing. Real quick, we went to today's game. We discovered that Peanut is also suspicious of the drive for adventure that people have been feeling, and in one of his moments of lucidity, he left a note for Akhana and Renic to look into it. Akhana managed to just not solve it for Peanut, but like get him to like think clearly for a minute. At the end of the day, he's just gonna go back to being like ridiculous. But right now, it's just like you guys turned the game on me a little bit and decided to like really actually research this shit. So we called Soki in as like the mystician we ask about adventurous stuff. We built a thing that detects adventure and measures it, and I think you guys from this game can identify what is going to raise the adventure level. I think what you guys learned from this measuring device is once, air quotes for lack of a better word, adventure is somewhere, it raises the magical level of that place significantly. Like it's a multiplier.
Okay.
So, are there two harbingers sitting on top of each other in the screen?
Double harbinger.
Oh no.
It's just like
Oh yeah, it is.
Oh, what does that mean?
bad news for
I
everybody.
mean, there are two of them.
Oh
Used
no.
to.
No.
Meanwhile, I'm looking at the text. It's like, oh shit, like nothing actually broke. You're right,
It's
the
an
bounty
omen.
actually worked.
Yay, we've got the bounty.
Oh yeah, you guys got the bounty.
Yes.
Nothing broke.
Things
Oh.
are-
The skull.
Well, I'll be done. Well, the monster was going to be broken anyway. It was kind of like the point of the mission.
I'm not gonna count the stalactite. Like, if I was a dick, like, yeah, you broke the seal. Shit, that's mean. Like, who does that? That's a
That's
dickhead.
rude.
A bad GM would do that.
Blurred's right. We definitely broke that monster's ankles.
Oh, he
Yeah,
got wrecked.
definitely took him out. For
We
sure.
had a plan, and we executed the plan to an exceptional level.
Yeah.
I have said this before, and I'll say it again. You got a luminary on the team. Luminaries are fucking efficient. Thank you.
Gotta handle the jobs. But
You say
So-
that like Renic isn't also like super efficient.
Oh no, I'm not saying you're not. It's just a funny habit.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. If I had a nickel for every time.
oh, but yeah. So I think that is what we learned. That we do not know that if it's Soki specifically, but it definitely, the suspicion, like, you guys are not dumb. Peanut's not dumb. We've talked multiple times about the fact that it's Soki's art. You guys had Soki here, and you all, inside yourselves, literally felt the change and are, like, monitoring that, like, looking for it, to be aware of it. You saw it affect other people, and this is important, incredibly non-magical creatures were affected and influenced by the adventure.
Which, thanks for jumping in at like, hey, we just kind of went that way.
hey. Okay.
Yeah, thanks
You're
so
not
much
busy.
for jumping in, Not Forgiven.
Yeah, that's an adventure.
And yeah, with that, we play again tomorrow at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, and then on Sunday we are playing at 4 again. And expect that game to be a long one.
Okay.
But yeah, thank you guys all. You did fucking great. Like, amazing job. Also, Caustic, like, you probably missed the beginning of this game when I was mentioning that, like, the art just made it more prominent. But, like, that's all. Yeah, I'm good to go. Goodbye forever, everybody. Thank you guys for coming, and thanks for playing.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Born as a smith, here I forged my new home, protecting the crews amongst destiny's throes. Which is the right path that I value more? My tinkerer's tools or my magical form? In the danger, don't know what comes next, weaving my way with each step. On the path we wander through shadow and light, marching through valleys deep and wide, carving our faith and with a plight to embrace the darkness or chase the moonlight. Loyalty binds me to all I hold dear. Eager to help, I'll embrace every fear. In the danger, don't know what comes next. Weaving my way with each step. On the path we wander through shadow and light, marching through valleys deep and wide, carving our fate and finding our home in this world unknown. Bound to ceramic, a ghost of what was. I yearn for the path to break free from my curse. Brave in the face of all my hidden strife. Forward I journey to seek a new life. In the danger, don't know what comes next. Weaving my way with each step. On the path we wander through shadow and light, marching through valleys deep and wide, carving our fate and finding our home in this world unknown. Trained to be loyal to colonies call, yet torn by desire to be something more. Only in combat these bonds we renew. Together we journey, steadfast and true. In the danger, don't know what comes next. Weaving my way with each step. On the path we wander through shadow